brand new banger.
I'm like, yo, man, this is bullshit and blah blah blah. He's like, hey, man, maybe it's meant for a reason.
Always thought of it like that, bro. You really fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Like, I can't get rid of this thing.
Life was easy. Fuck out my face.
Yeah, what it was. I expect you to do the bare minimum, because then what's the point?
True. To do that, I went and got one from the aisle, you dumb fuck.
And shut the fuck up and lay low.
You're female, like you could work your charms in certain situations that I wouldn't be able to. You know how much free shit you gotten? She once said word to mama, shit. Oh, got him. We understand it's gonna bother you. Some of us went through it. Some of us are gonna go through it. Well, we wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to go that deep with you. You don't really know what you want to share, Maharo.
No, look cock. Send hook, send cock.
I do not agree with these guys. Word.
Get the fuck out of here and do something important.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here, asshole.
Get the fuck out of here. Don't you come back.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Saturday night, and you know what that means? It's the Toe and the Show with Ray Schwain 24. We out here. Ray might still be half dead since Thursday. We don't know. He might be on some night quill, some day quill, some that quill, some R quill, some who quill, some David quill, some David Bowie, whatever the case may be. But he's here, he's there, and show's late. So if anybody asks us these questions, show's late. Just remember that. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody 2024 going?
And I'm here.
Oh, see? Look, Ray's looking better. He got all the color out of his face.
Yeah, now it's just in my fucking lips. The nose is doing better.
Nice.
My lips look like fucking, I got Botox done this year.
Hey, man, it's a part of the gimmick, bro.
That's it. That's how we're looking better for 2024. We got some Botox done.
That's it. Let these ladies know.
Oh, but what's going on? Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Fucking Ray. What's going on, Ray?
Not much, bro. Not much. Still trying to fucking get better with this cold. Yeah, this shit does not want to go, man.
I hate you.
I've done so much tea, so much fucking cold and flu medication. This shit's annoying. But
sleep. Yeah, but sleep.
Bro,
man.
I've slept. Bro, that's how you know I'm sick, is because that's when I finally get to nap, and I hate it. Because when I nap, I wake up to like 50 notifications of like, this was posted, and this person sent you a message, and this just got tagged, and you were tagged in this, and I'm like, fuck, I'm missing everything, and it's only been like 2 hours.
That's usually how it works.
So it's like, nah, I can't fucking do this. So, but it's all good. It's only the first week of the year. Next week we get back into the flow. Today I took it to fucking start messaging people and shit because I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna set up my week for the podcast. And I was like, yo, new year, new prices. Because apparently to set up some podcasts, it's fucking expensive. That's
Fuck
all I'm
that.
gonna say.
Your boy Toe is free, and
I
I can
was like-
impersonate any wrestler you want.
I was I hit up some people and I'm like, wait, how much? For how long? Yeah, I'll get back to you when I have some dates available.
You said how much for how long, and we not even fucking.
Yo, I think the craziest price I ever heard, and that wasn't today, but I just was one person wanted, I think it was 180, and that was from the minute they joined the call. Because it had to be over Zoom. It couldn't even be like this. It would have to be pre-recorded. And from the minute they joined the call, it would be $180. And that would be for every hour. So God forbid, because like how we do, before we even start, we like to prep. Hey, what's okay to ask, this and that before we start recording.
Yeah.
So imagine if doing that, right? And then boom. Okay, cool. Start recording. We go into it, having the conversation. An hour, 1 minute passes by. I now owe that person $360.
Fuck that.
Just because I went over a minute.
And you not fucking? Shit, got my face.
Bro.
Nah, man, yo, you got to be somebody special for us to pay you. And even on top of that, like, there got to be no holds barred.
Bro,
No
that's
holds
my thing
barred.
too. Like, again, I this is what I'll say when it comes to paying talent for podcasts and all that. I agree, it is a service because it is taken away from their time. It is almost like a booking. I get that. But when it comes to a point of when the price is almost more than you would charge for like a match,
Yeah.
it's like
I'm sponsoring you in a fucking, you and your partner in the match in the main event right now. And you only going to talk to me for an out? Nah.
it's like, again, to me, I get the idea of paying. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just like for certain people, I'm like, damn, that's a little much. But it is what it is.
I get the idea of paying when I make money.
That was also my thing. That was also when I used to hear about people are paying for interviews and this, and I'm like, okay, cool. So how much are you actually making off of this? Oh no, I'm not making money. I'm like, wait. So you're gonna
waste your time sitting here for free, doing your show for free, and he got to be paid. Where there's no beneficial right now, right then and there. There's no beneficial partnership there.
yeah.
He's getting your money. You are losing money talking to this man.
No.
You're not making money from him. You're losing money from him.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's why, to me, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
If I was making money and it was like, yo, this could get us a lot of views and we get a lot more ad revenue and all that, come on, I'll give you whatever you want.
See, but that's my thing. I think that's what a lot of people think when they're like, oh yeah, you got to pay this, you got to do this, you got to do this. It's like, I get that, because you think every channel is Chris Van Vliet. Every channel is Sam Roberts. Every channel is Busted Open. Why would we say Busted Open? Because Busted Open is an actual radio. But you get what I'm saying. Like every channel
It's still
is
they
making
do interviews there.
Yeah, and they're getting off of their interviews. Perfect example. Shannon Sharp this week, in less than 24 hours, had 7 million views. And those are people watching the whole thing. So imagine, off of AdSense, off of revenue, all that video probably made him equal to or a little more than what he paid Cat Williams to be on the show.
If he did.
If he paid him. because that could also have just been a cat one to come on. But let's say, in that sense, it makes sense. For
Yeah.
us, even if we bring in, let's say, fucking who's someone big right now in the indies, fucking Matt Cardona.
Mhm.
Let's say Matt Cardona. We bring in Matt Cardona. Even if we pay, if we don't pay him, we pay him. We still don't make anything.
Yeah.
We won't, because unfortunately, based off our subscribers, based off the hours, all this, we're still not getting even $1 off this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get the idea that people are like, oh, you're gonna grow from it. It's like, yeah, you'll grow, but you're taking a huge loss at times, depending on how much you're actually putting in.
Yeah, it's kind of like going, yo, well, you can wrestle at this school in front of 100 people for free, right? Do you do that because you're trying to hone your craft? You're just trying to get some notoriety, and then somebody goes, yo, come wrestle in front of 10,000 people for free. Matter of fact, if you give me $50, I'll let you go on the card.
And that's what it sounds like. That's legit what it sounds like.
Yeah, like 10,000 people are gonna see me, and I have a possibility of getting, but I still make nothing.
Yeah, and this is my thing. I will say
the game is popularity here.
Yeah,
but it's also a certain amount. So if we had Matt Cardona, anybody, and we grown exponentially, we get to 1,000 subscribers. We still need watched hours. We still get nothing from that.
Oh, that's something too for people that are watching. They're like, oh, why don't you guys just, because this is something I've noticed too, because a lot of people are like, oh, but this channel does this and this. It's like, okay, cool, yeah. Because of how YouTube has cracked down on bots and has cracked down on people trying to buy subscribers and shit.
Yeah.
You now need watch hours. So it's not as easy as, oh, get 1,000 subscribers now, and then you start getting paid. Because it used to be, funny enough, 100 subscribers. That's all you needed.
Yeah.
Was to prove you can get 100 people, and then you got monetized. Now it is 1,000 people plus watch hours.
Yep.
Because they want to prove that you're actually viable of being monetized. It's just like TV, but it's just a smaller scale. But now, like I said, when it comes to that, you have to then equal out what's being put in.
Yeah. And
it doesn't. For a lot of us, it's like, yo, it's taking losses.
It's true. And get this. Everybody's like, yo, I love your tips of the day. I love your tips of the day. Keep doing the tips of the day. You're going to grow from that. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You know what? Every single tip of the day since I filled out my shit on Instagram has told me? You cannot monetize it.
Yeah.
You cannot monetize this due to these restrictions. I'm like, what's the restriction? You can't tell people to follow you somewhere else. Okay, I stopped doing that. Can't be monetized from these restrictions. I'm like, yo, I'm not cursing. I'm not telling nobody kill nobody. What's going on here? You can't have stagnant images. Like, what the fuck you mean I can't? I'm standing there talking to you. I'm never stagnant. What are these guidelines? Now they make this shit so fucking difficult. Where Cat Williams ain't alive. He's not alive. Think about it. Think about it. Who got the most benefit from my end? Because I don't follow everybody, but everybody that lives off of their earnings off of Instagram. Who is it? Mostly fucking workout girls. Workout girls or these skinny white bitches that they got little asses that are teasing you and all that other shit. Instagram models, fucking OnlyFans motherfuckers. Like, women are running Instagram.
Well, accounts that post that. Because a lot of times it's not even the actual woman.
No, yeah, I know that.
A lot of times it's those accounts. But yeah. But it's that. It's those kind of accounts.
Yeah, that's running women. And yo, a lot of people have these followings for wrestling news. Because, you know, like the videos that
the one you fell for the other day.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't fall for it. I was just like, you know what, let's see. But
no, but that's the thing. People fall for stuff like that. And that's what drives the market. And that's what makes people then get monetized because more people click on that.
The video that Gigi put out with The Rock that we collaborated on, that shit had like 1,000 likes already. The shit that Kenny puts out, the news that the Pro puts out, all that stuff that recycles everything, they get hit a lot. they got a lot of likes, but you don't see no money from that neither.
Nope. And that's what people. That's something. It took me getting into this and learning from it to see. Yeah, it's not that easy. Because I remember watching it, I was like, "Yo, these channels must make so much money from doing this shit. Like, it must be easy. This is why everyone gets to interview so and so and do this and do that." And I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try it." And then you start talking to people, and then it's like, "Okay, cool, yeah, I'll do your podcast. Here's this amount." Or yeah, I'll do this. Here's this amount. It's like, where am I supposed to get X amount from? Like, I don't make money from this.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'll get back to you. Because it's like, okay, wait. Which again, don't get me wrong. If it's someone that you know, hey, no matter what, it will drive something, then it's kind of worth it. But again, when it's that point that it's like,
yeah, or if it's a bucket list shit.
Yeah, if it's something like that, then it makes sense. But if it's like someone that it's like, I kind of just want to talk to the person, it's like, I don't know if this is worth it. Especially when, again, some of these interviews, we know how they are. It's great. Some of these interviews, sometimes it's a
true.
fucking.
What up, Tyson?
What's going on, sis? How's it going? We've been in those interviews that legit. We've talked about it after. That's like, yo, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And imagine you pay fucking, let's say, a few $100 for an interview like that, and then at the end of the fucking interview, we're like this.
Yeah, nah. I'm not. I don't allow myself.
That doesn't tell us that the person that we're having on is actually going to give us a fucking like joyful interview. Because they could also just come in with a fucking, no, I guess. Like, imagine that kind of interview.
Yeah.
Imagine that kind of interview.
And the craziest shit, it's like, yo, we're trying to do something. Y'all trying to do something. We all trying to grow out here. Because I can imagine, like, yo, listen, I'm not disrespecting nobody. But it takes a really big former WWE guy to be in the independent circuit for you to go, I'll pay you X amount of money so you can get me to a point where I'm going to be monetized. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, right now, the legends, if you get fucking The Godfather, Buff Bagwell, like any one of these guys that do an interview, the people that follow them, yeah, they'll do the interview. Like, you're like, yeah, you watch it, you might get a couple 100 views or something. You get CM Punk on here, millions of views.
Look, you'll get the views.
Yeah,
but this is also the thing. Who's actually staying?
That's true. But like to watch but like to watch a CM Punk interview, everybody will stay. But after that, no one would stay
afterward. Because that's what people don't think either.
You maybe get like 0.3%. Somebody would be like, yo, I like these dudes. Let's see what they do. But Bernie Mac and who's that? He does the prices. I forgot his fuck.
Wayne Brady?
No. The other one that did Shannon Sharp's interview that Cat Williams was talking about.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. There you go. I don't know why his name just escaped.
That's what he said. Price is Right. I'm like,
yeah. I was gonna say Family Feud. Price
yeah,
Right.
Family Feud. No, it's Family Feud.
Price Right just jumped out. But Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey did Shannon Sharp's fucking interview. Right? They did this show.
Yep.
Another comedian did this show. They all came out with some shit. They all answered questions, whatever. You see 4 or 5 videos from Shannon Sharp on Instagram about what they said. It was almost like every second of the Cat Williams interview was made into a video. If you didn't watch the entire fucking interview on YouTube, you watched the entire video on social media.
Yeah,
just
legit. I watched the whole thing. I sat down and was like, fuck it. I want to listen to this whole thing because I heard how much buzz it was getting.
Yeah.
I watched the 2 hour and I think it was like 36 minutes.
Yeah.
If you go to TikTok
It's all there.
You'll end up watching the whole thing accidentally
Yep.
because there's different clips because it says this was said about this, but then they show you the side by side of what they were talking about.
Yeah.
So again, accidentally, you are now watching this whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, for Shannon Sharp, that got him viewership and probably got him a good amount of subscribers because now people are going to come back because now
Yeah.
they want to hear other interviews like this. Is he going to have interviews like this? Or is he going to have people come back to like rebuttal this shit?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's why I made the joke the other day on here. I was like, yo, we need an interview like that. We need someone that's gonna fucking bring some controversy. The thing is, that's a 1 in a million interview. Because Shannon Sharp, I've seen a few of his interviews. He's had Steve Harvey on there. He's had Cedric the Entertainer on there. He's had Ricky Smiley on there. He's had Dwayne Wade. He's had LeBron. He's had some amazing people on there. But to have people talking like that, he hasn't had an interview like that. I think the closest one to that was the Tommy Davidson one.
Yeah.
When he called out J-Lo. And even then it was like it was in the media for like maybe a day.
Yeah.
And then people forgot about it.
Because
like
I mean, to be curved by J-Lo ain't nothing. It's not important to everybody.
You know what I think it is?
I got curved by J-Lo and I ain't never met her.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was surprising because it's like, yeah, it sounds like some shit she would do. But then it's like, and it's J-Lo. What do you expect? Like she's gonna curve people because she got money. But it was just like, yo, he's coming out for everyone. And the problem was a lot of people are like, he's kind of got the receipts. So can you question it? Because even Ice Cube responded and kind of was like, he ain't wrong. Because Ice Cube was like, I put a lot of people in movies. No one's put me in shit. And like he gave Cat Williams his credit, like, because Cat said it, and this is the thing too. Again, we weren't there. We don't know how much they were legit paid, how much they were told they were going to get paid.
Yeah.
But that movie blew up and made a lot of people.
Yep.
There's not a conversation when you're talking about great comedy movies. Friday is always going to be in that discussion. So it's like, even if you didn't get paid a crazy amount of money, from that, people blew up. That's where you get the fucking Chris Tuckers doing this, the Cat Williams doing this, fucking Mike Epps doing this. Like, it did something. Like, I don't know. The only thing from that interview that I'm still like, I think that people are going to be in question of is the joke stealing. That I never, because we don't do comedy like that, I'll never get it. Because in wrestling, everyone steals everything. Sadly.
Yeah.
So,
well, the thing is, you're all about your jokes.
Yeah.
Right. So, like in wrestling, let's say I invent the shooting star press. You do it, but no matter how you try it, it's gonna be something different, and people are gonna come to see me do it. You know what I'm saying? In comedy, you tell a joke, and I tell a joke. It no matter how you say it, that shit. I heard this one already. You know what I'm saying? You dress it up, it's still a joke I heard already. So if you said it first and someone stole it, but they stole it on a bigger thing, that's their joke now. They took your livelihood away. They took your 30 seconds from your 5-minute skit away. Now you got to come up with another 30 seconds.
Yeah. And
it's
my
like a chef
thing is
trying
this,
to...
It's like, because I heard the joke from both.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the problem with it is if it's blatant, that it's like, oh, this was something this person like created and then said it. It's like, hey, you stole my guy's joke. But then when it comes to like experience jokes, it's like, not to play devil's advocate, who says you both didn't live the same experience?
It's true, but the format is where it's
at.
Yeah.
No, that I get. When it's like, when you even try to rob the cadence of it, then it's like...
Because think about it in the format of the show, right?
Yeah.
The first match on the card does the finisher, the setup, and the spots of the main event. When the main event happens, you going, They just copied off of the first match.
Yeah.
You ain't out here talking about the first match stole their moves. Nah, we saw it from them. You couldn't
Yeah,
come up with
that's it.
nothing original. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's pretty much kind of what it is. It's like they're
Gotcha.
stealing their match. You know?
Gotcha. No,
Yeah,
that's
but-
what I was trying to get because I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's like, how is it? But and then it's funny because people again, thanks to TikTok, you get fucking side by side, and I'm like,
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
thing with
here's the
social
joke.
media. That's the thing with social media. You say the truth and people like, you a fucking liar. There's niggas out here like, no, fact checkers. You did it. You
yo,
did it.
and then so many people. It's funny because of that, so many people are doing podcasts based off this.
Yeah.
Like Gary Owen, he does his podcast. I usually tune in, and he decided to talk about it because he's like, "Oh, I heard my name was mentioned." I was like,
Yep.
"Oh shit, yeah, he mentioned it. He mentioned your
Yeah.
name," and he
Couldn't
was
get
like,
out,
"Oh,"
married a black girl.
but he was like, "Well, at least he didn't say anything bad about me. He gave me my respect because I didn't sell my soul." But then
Yeah.
he was like, "I'm gonna just fact check him a little bit with dates," and I'm like, "Gary, don't say anything. He let you slide and didn't say shit. You go fuck up, Gary Owen." Because that was it. If I'm anyone and I heard Cat Williams do this, I'm never trying to get on Cat Williams' bad side ever. Because
Well,
my dude came with all fucking
yeah.
just shot.
Yeah, but
shot.
see, but that's the thing though, is like he could have the shots and all that, but when you stand firm on something, nobody could rock you. Like, look at Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was watching the basketball game and him and his boys were cutting ass on Cat Williams. You got people that are fans of Kevin Hart that listen to it and like, you just hating on Kevin Hart. Nobody gonna believe the truth when you a fan of
Oh
something.
yeah, and that's the thing. That also you have to be a certain person. Like Kevin Hart's gonna do it, and he's fine. Kevin Hart is gonna fucking be like, "Yeah, I heard what he said," and
Yeah.
like, but my thing with the Kevin Hart thing, it was like, wait, but he kind of showed you he still paved his way. He paid his dues.
Yeah.
It's like, are you mad because he paid his dues over here instead of paying it over here? That's how I looked at it. I was like,
Yeah.
what's the
Well,
point?
I think it is. I think it's one of those, like, let's say someone steals our shit.
Yeah.
We got another podcast blow up, and they literally talking about the same shit we talking about. They got the same color scheme. Instead of for the toe in the show, it's the fucking the toy and the boy. It's like, this look familiar. And then we big, but they get big and they start doing some shit and it was like, yo, what happened to y'all? How come y'all staying? Like, I mean, they just blatantly stole our shit.
Facts.
But yeah, I get it. But yo, going back to the original point of the thing is, there's two ways you can go about the podcast shit, where you can pay to rely on someone big to get you where you are, or you could do what Shannon Sharp did: show yourself, get big on yourself, and have people asking to come on your show.
Yeah.
And that's what I plan on doing here, because when we first started this shit was fun.
Yeah.
Then it became work, and then work became ridiculous. Not this work, but like regular work, because
Regular
COVID
work,
and all
yeah.
that other shit hit.
Yeah.
Work became ridiculous, and then this became an outlet. And I'm trying to get this shit back to being fun. Because even though I'm not saying we slipped, because on TV when everything, we leave everything out, we don't bring nothing to the show. Everything is great, but I want to go back to the beginning. Genuine fun. People see our energy. People see all that shit. Like, yo, I gotta go to them and get this shit out there.
You want it to be, you know what it is, and I can agree. It becomes because of like the conversation we just had to start.
Yeah.
Because now we're thinking about the numbers, or we're thinking about how does this grow us and this and that. And that's something I'm starting to catch even my own shit. And I'm like, yo, why am I so focused on how many views this got and how is the subscribers growing and this and that? And I'm like, you know what? That was without thinking, that was one of the goals I had for this year too, was stop caring about what other people are doing numbers wise.
Yeah.
I caught myself doing that a lot last year. That was like, yo, why the fuck is this motherfucker at like 800 subscribers already? Or this guy's at 9, but they have no energy when it comes to this.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Why do I care? Because end of the day, how we should be worried about is the convos we have after this. Like, yo, because I miss those kind of days. And it's like, yo, that was a fucking great podcast.
Yep.
I'll see you tomorrow. That's
Yep.
how it should be instead of fucking, well, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, you want that feeling again. And that's how I used to love about doing Respect the Craft was after some interviews, I'll hit up my boys like, yo, that shit was fucking great. Like, this was cool. And I'll get those messages like, yo, good job tonight. And like certain times I'm like, yeah, that was good. That was good. But then I'm just worried the next day about, oh, how are my numbers doing? Or what clip can I get to fucking make this grow a little more? And I'm like, why am I worried about that? Like, don't get me wrong. I still want to put in the work when it comes to the network here and when it comes to Respect the Craft as well. But it's about making it where it's still fun to do it too.
Yeah. Because not for nothing, when you first start, it's about each individual show.
Yeah.
Like when we was doing comics, like, yo, we're gonna talk about this, and this. Y'all ready? Yo, we blah 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 blah. Now we sitting here talking about, all right, I got comics today. Tomorrow I got sports. What the fuck happened on sports? All right, we could do that. Then the interview on this shit. All right, he just did this, and then throwing the show. All right, we could wing it. You know what I'm saying? And then it gets convoluted where it's like on the comic, you like, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm so fucking concerned with tomorrow.
Yep.
You know?
No, and it becomes that way because it becomes the fucking like, okay, cool, I got this set up, and then it's like, wait, what am I doing with this? Fuck, I haven't set something up for the next day. Fuck. And then it's like you start to forget shit, and it starts becoming like it loses the passion of it because now it's like it's becoming work.
Yeah.
And again, don't get me wrong. For anyone watching this, we take it seriously. We take it to a point where this is something we like to do. The difference is it isn't like normal work where we want to lose the love for it either.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Once you lose the love for this, it's not worth it. Like that's why to me this year has been, I want to make sure as far as it comes to the knuckleheads, as far as it comes to Respect the Craft, it's putting in the love back into it and having fun while doing this, but also by that making it grow.
Yeah.
But not forgetting why we're having fun and not forgetting why these things were created. Because once that's lost, then it's not worth it. Fucking no matter how much upgrades we do and how much fucking who we have on here, it doesn't matter because we're not fucking enjoying it.
Yeah. That exactly. And we also don't want to lose the love for the shit that we talk about. Because listen, anybody can go on the radio and talk about sports 24/7 when they're making $200,000-$300,000 a year. When all they have to do is watch sports, or they got other commitments and all that other shit. But when you making that much money and money is not the issue, everything is gravy. I'm not saying you don't have to work hard, but everything is great.
See, but my thing with that, and sorry to cut you off, is true, but at the same token, I feel like when you do that, you then start to notice what shows are kind of like, because all it is just, well, now we have the money to play around with. Do we need the passion in it?
Well, yeah, I need the
passion. That's what I'm saying. To me, it feels like there are shows where they have high budgets, they have high value, but once they get that, for certain ones, I'm not saying all, you start to notice where it's like, what differentiates this interview from this interview now? What makes it where it's like you're not just becoming almost like formatted of what you were?
Yeah.
I'm starting to notice that. Like there's certain interviews where I used to love watching and I love seeing people grow, but then I'm starting to notice, wait, you're becoming like, you're not even close to what you used to be when it comes to the passion.
Yeah.
Like your production is great. Don't get me wrong. Fucking, I've seen people now that they're getting their own shit, their own studios and this and that. And then I'm like, wait, but now it's like, you're becoming like, why does this feel like I'm watching a TV host instead of a creator?
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be a bad thing, but it's like, this isn't why I started watching you.
Yeah, because the reason why I watched you is because of X, and you changed, and I'm happy for you, but I'm no longer interested in your product. I'm
Yeah.
no longer interested in you. You changed what the thing. That's like a country singer. Yo, I love country music. I love country music. It's like, yo, he made a R&B album. It's like, yo, I mean, it's not bad, but this ain't the music that I like from him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I was getting at was, if we had money and there wasn't no issue, we can go back to doing this shit like if we was doing this shit for free. Because if you ever notice, people who do shit for free have the most passion and shit. When you sitting there, you know, like, I don't make videos, not because, like, I do the tips of the day, and I found a way to do it where there's templates, and it just put the video in, cut what I need, do all this easy. I don't make videos long form and edits and all that other shit because I don't like it. I wouldn't do it for money. So when I do it for free, it's a struggle. You know what I'm saying? But I love talking about wrestling. I love talking about fucking movies and all this other shit. I will sit here and do that shit for free. But when I'm sitting here trying to make something out of nothing or for something I love, the goal is to still be on some, I would do this shit for free, but still have something in my pockets. You know what I'm saying? And that's the goal, because now it's not like we're not, yeah, we know it's you, Kenny. It's not like where it's like I'm just sitting here bullshitting and talking. It's like, all right, everybody, there's other people here. You here, Gigi's here, Legs here, Kenny's here, Show's here, Krill's here, Hotch is here. There's other people here, and I get it. They love the same shit I love, but I'm supposed to be the leader of this shit. You know, I'm the guy that started, you know, that started this shit. Bring y'all in here with the energy. We became a fucking family. I got shit on myself that even though y'all don't, I put pressure on myself so y'all niggas can make it. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm not. It doesn't make it harder. It's just like, this is where this year is like, yo, I want all of us to be fucking comfortable, but still have that. We do this shit for free, but we making money off of this.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. I think where I was trying to get at is, even if, let's say, we're making money and we're doing this, we still, our thing is, and I feel like for us it'll never be an issue, is having that hunger of not making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Having that hunger where we're getting to that. Having that hunger of wanting to fucking get to where people are watching us like that. Yeah. And one day it's gonna come. One day we're gonna fucking have where it's like, yo, we're fucking able to make money off this. We're fucking at a subscriber count where it's like, yo, people are watching us on a regular, and people are like, yo, I need my knucklehead fix. Yeah. And it's like, for us, especially with how we are and how we talk and all this, it wouldn't change us. But I'm starting to notice with a lot of people that it's like, yo, now that you have it, you kind of lost that hunger. Because there's a lot of fucking interviews I used to like of people that I'm like, yo, yeah, every week I want to watch. And now it's like they're putting them out even more frequent, but it's like, yo, it feels like every interview is the same now.
Yeah.
And that's
it's because they got comfortable.
That sucks. It's like, damn, is that what it's supposed to be? What money? What money do I owe you?
It's 2024. Where's my money?
2024. I got no debts. That's a lie, but fuck it.
Word.
I got no debts with you, Kenny.
I'm gonna start acting like I ain't got no fucking debt.
Yo, imagine.
There was a point. There was a time where I didn't, but then I decided to go on that fucking the trip with Show, and I made bad decisions afterwards. It's not. It's just that this. You know, when you do that one thing, it's like, yo, I could get this, boom. Then you pay the shit. Like, I could get this, boom. And then you pay the shit. Like, I could get this, and it's like, well.
No, yeah, that's
I got too much shit mentality. Now, and it's like
that's the vacation mentality. That they're like, yo, let me get this.
Yeah. What you got there, Ray?
Ice cream.
Oh, okay.
It's
the butter pecans and shit.
I got the half baked from Ben and Jerry's, but I got the froyo version. So it's like it's kind of melted. It never like solidifies. So it's like,
yeah,
it's not bad though.
Okay.
You owe me $124 for the talkie show. Bro, I never agreed to that. Also, now I don't think this is Kenny. I think this is his kid. I never agreed to that. Like, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not Kenny. Because damn. Because also, why would Kenny not be messaging us from the call-up page? So, what's going on, little man? I don't owe you shit. Yeah, yes, you did. No, I did not. There's video proof of me not agreeing to it because I was just there with Toe. You started eating the Takis one by one. And we're just watching you like, yo, this poor kid's about to blow up his toilet later.
Word.
But yeah, nah, man. You got your, what was it, $30 that I donated for the baseball team? That was about it. 124. That's not me, man. If anything, just contact my accountant. Message Show. He'll take care of the.
Show's in charge of all that.
I guess 80 something dollars that I still owe you. Show me the proof. I don't know what proof is, but the proof is one of the Monday Night Raw watch alongs. I don't know what number, but it's there.
But Show take care of all that.
Yeah, Show got you. He'll pay you the rest. Just message Show. Don't even tell him what it's for. Just tell him he owes you $100, and that's it. Show will take care of it.
Word. Yo, speaking of Show, we not a week in we just made a week into 2024.
Yep.
And I already had 5 different numbers hit me up talking about, oh, you remember who I am? This is blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Kalisa, is that you? You ran away with my son 17 years ago. I've been looking for you. You owe me money, bitch. No, this isn't her. I don't know who that is. Then I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
I told one chick, I was like, yo, I got lung disease and I need lungs. They said, you the only match. I'm only asking for 2. You can have the rest. No, you can't have them. Then get the fuck out my goddamn phone.
Yo,
Show's driving in the snow.
Oh, damn. Is he? Oh, shit. Be careful, Show.
Word.
Anybody underwater yet? Underwater?
I haven't even looked outside. I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
It is snowing. I looked out my window a little while ago. It's still snowing.
Okay. Yo, get this. This is Tone the show. We gotta tell stories and shit. On Wednesday, my tire has always been flat. Remember I told you that every couple of days I got to fill it up with the. So I went to the flat fix. I said, "Fuck it. How much is a used tire?" Because they ain't had no new ones there. I said, "How much is a used one?" He goes, $65. I said, "Go ahead, change this shit." He puts it on, and I'm looking at him. And you know how to put on the tire? You know the principles at least of changing the tire?
Yeah.
You know when you tighten up the lug nuts, you gotta do it in a star pattern.
Yeah. I've seen it done. I just saw it done this week actually too. So yeah.
Yeah, so that way the hub and everything fits flat.
Yeah.
When you do it that way, it flattens the tire and shit, right? So I'm seeing him and he's going around, and I'm like, I don't like this. He gets his big ass jackhammer looking shit and he does it. And I'm like, all right, that gotta be a weird ass torque wrench. So I'm like, all right, so he's setting this shit, whatever. We driving, and I don't feel nothing, ain't no crazy shit. I get to work the next day. Now he put it at 34. I like to put my shit at like 41 just because for some reason they have the tire pressure higher than normal on the Chevy. So I put my shit around 41. So I put the tire, I put the pressure back up to whatever. I'm driving home, I make a left turn, I feel something a little bit crazy. I'm like, I don't know if it was a bump, just I don't like it. I make another turn, nothing crazy, I don't like it. I'm not hearing noises, I'm not getting no vibration, no nothing. I said, fuck it. I got home on Thursday, I jacked that motherfucker off, I took the tire off and I put that shit on the right way, and I'm like, all right, now I feel comfortable. Because I remember, I used to work at Toyota, so I know. I didn't like the way this nigga put that shit on. I don't give a fuck. And it was a torque wrench because it was easy to take the lug nuts off. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not supposed to be hard. Like you're not supposed to be struggling to
but it
take the
shouldn't
lug
be
nuts
able
off.
to fucking.
But it's like, damn, I don't remember ever having these shits this loose before.
Yeah,
Where it was like, damn, I had to put some
Hey.
kind of pressure in them.
that's a good thing. At least you know how to do it, like fucking like that.
Yeah,
Because someone else would probably just had a fucking accident.
yeah.
So, but what the why do you need prayer?
Isn't it Father Carmine?
I guess. Well, my last name is Sanchez, so I guess she's talking to me.
Oh, okay. Damn, she's calling you daddy already in 2024.
It's only a Saturday. It's the first Saturday of the month. Jesus,
right? Shit. But yeah, man, that was. So whenever you see somebody do some shit that you was like, I don't think that's right, especially in your vehicle.
Yeah.
If you could do it yourself or get somebody else to fucking fix, like, yo, put this shit on proper for me. I don't like the way this nigga did it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you sit there and you go, well, you know, this guy does this shit every day. Just because he does it every day doesn't mean it's right. He could be doing thousands of wrong tire changes a day. You know what I'm saying? That's like a doctor. Oh, I've done hundreds of surgeries. Every one of your patients died. They wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you fucked up every single one of them. Like the cable guy comes in like, I do 10 stops a day. I still ain't got no cable, motherfucker. You ran the wires wrong. What's wrong with you? You ain't never did it right? Like, fuck. Shit, and you always got that one chance. There's like, well, motherfucker lazy, because you know how some people are. They don't give a shit. If it ain't theirs, you can't expect them to treat it like it's theirs when they're working on your shit.
Facts.
That motherfucker just out there make money. It's cold. Like, yo, let's do this shit.
Yo, that's it. He's trying to make money. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, they'll come back because it's like, yo, it happened again. Oh man, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Or I come back and like, yo, my tire got ripped off my fucking axle, motherfucker. I put that shit on right. Yeah, you put it on right before my shit fucked up. That's the right you did right before my shit fucked up. Fuck you. Shit. But yeah, man. Speaking of fucked up, we the titles when we talk about the police. Now I was gonna wait on show, but I know the show sent me a message exactly when we got on at 9, talking about fucking this is my situation, and he's driving in the snow. He sent me a video of him driving in the snow, so we go talk.
I do want to send well wishes to the show. I hope he gets home okay, because yeah, those flurries are no joke.
Word.
I can imagine by him it's gonna be worse. So
Yeah,
I hope he gets home okay.
he'll be all right. He don't listen to the show anyway. He's listening to Shannon Sharp and Cat Williams right now. I'm pretty sure.
He probably is. This is where he's watching it, so he can be ready when he finally makes it home.
Yeah.
He's gonna get here at like 11:55. Yo, Cat Williams was wilding. Good night, show. And on that note,
Right.
it's like,
Yo,
bro.
fucking, speaking of that, when you got off on Thursday, he came on.
Oh yeah. I saw him. That's how I made the joke in the chat because I was like, the Thursday night wars begins. Because when I got off, I opened my YouTube because I was gonna tune into the rest, and I noticed Kenny was on. I was like, oh shit, that's it. The war has begun.
I noticed that too. I was like, why is Kenny? He was on 32 minutes ago. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, he did an interview with some other nigga.
And he was still on because he was on for like an hour and some change.
I'm like, shit, he was on this motherfucker talking to some DJ. Shit. But it's been a while since Kenny did his own show anyway.
Yeah. Well, apparently the Call Up podcast is back. Shout out to Kenny. I believe that's his new co-host. I think it's gonna be him and DJ doing it. So there you go. Got a new co-host.
That's fucked up. He left us for a toll, nigga. This motherfucker.
It's all good. It's all good. We got. We'll be here. We still doing it.
Yeah, we gonna be here on Monday. We gonna give him shit for it.
Yo, he invited him to come on Monday. Watch, he's gonna bring his new guy to come on Monday.
Shit.
He's gonna infiltrate the guys from the West Coast too. That's it. We gotta give him shit.
Oh, my dead body. I'm gonna be like, I'm sitting here like, yo, DJ, if that is your real name, you ever made love to a man? You want to?
Yo, we about to treat him like he's fucking. Yo, what's your name? Reggie? How old are you? 13? You look
Nigga,
fucking
you look
40.
damn near 30. Ain't nobody gonna take my niece out unless he could fight.
Oh,
Chitty
shit.
chitty bang bang, motherfucker.
Okay, but we talking bad boys. Now let's get to the topic here. Let's get to this is gonna be one where you guys are gonna see me again try to be the PR politically correct person, and Toe's gonna fucking say what you gotta say.
Yep,
But Toe's gonna translate, and he's gonna say what I actually want to say.
that's right.
So that way y'all understand. So here we go.
Because Ray's still young.
Of course.
Ray still got that innocent bone in him.
One day it'll be gone, y'all. Don't worry.
Once you hit 30, you gonna be like, fuck this. I've lived too long to let these little niggas say whatever the fuck they want.
The problem is I do that now. I just don't do it while we're on air.
Oh no, when you 30, you like, fuck that. I ain't got much time left, so everybody gonna hear this shit.
You know what? You're gonna hear this
What
on
up,
the
Leon?
fucking. You're gonna hear this on the 19th, bro. That's when we're gonna let everything out.
Word.
What's going on, Leon? What's up? But
No, but yeah.
so the police.
I don't think there's a fucking point for them. They take forever when you need them,
Okay.
and then when they do their job, they don't do their fucking job. There's been 3 situations I needed these niggas and they didn't show up, and they try to convince you like, you don't need to write the report. Someone stole my motherfucking radio. They try to convince me, brother, it was a $50 radio. You don't need to write the report. None of that. Like, yo, they violated me.
Wait. They told you don't need to write a report.
Yeah, he's like, yo, you really want to make a report? It's $100. It's like, it's not like it's that much. Like,
wait, where did you make this call?
I was at work. My brother was getting in the car to go to work, and they robbed me in front of my house. This was in the Bronx. And they're like, oh, and my boy was like, they didn't want to do the paperwork. And my brother was
probably what it was, but it's like
my brother didn't want to be late to work, and I'm like, yo, just fucking go. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just get a radio.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And then fucking, I got in another block in the Bronx, I got smashed into. They literally, my car was parked. A drunk driver smashed into my shit and left it be. I called him up. I waited 3 hours. I called up my insurance. I said, do I need a police report? They said, not necessarily. I said, good, because I'm tired of waiting. It's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to sleep. Motherfuckers called me up at 7 o'clock in the morning talking about, yo, we're here. Then fuck you.
Wait, you called, so let's say like midnight.
Yeah.
And they got there at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the third strike? Because I think I know what the third strike was.
Yeah, when they relocated my car.
Okay. So the
That's
first
shit.
two, because of the first two, I was like, it might just be because you were in the Bronx. But the third one didn't even happen in the Bronx.
Yeah, in the
So
Heights.
it's like,
So get this shit.
Damn.
We already, the last show, I told y'all the story about how they relocated my car.
Yep.
And that I had a ticket for sitting at a pump, and they're like, you can fight the ticket. Just tell them that blah, 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 whatever. So I tell them that. I get an email back saying, we need more evidence of your car being relocated. Go to the precinct and get the record of the relocation. I said, okay. I call up my friend who's a cop. You know him. And he goes, yeah, they should have it on file. Just ask for it. I'm like, all right, whatever. I go to the 33rd precinct. Because at this point, I don't give a fuck. I ain't hiding shit. I go to the 33rd precinct. I walk up in there. The secretary or whatever was like, how can I help you? I say, yo, listen. Last Tuesday, my car was relocated. I need a record of that because it was relocated to a pump and I got a ticket. She goes, what you mean the car was relocated? I said, move from one spot to another without my consent. It was towed somewhere. Another cop comes and goes, wait, what happened? I told her straight. I said, listen, I thought my car was stolen, and you cops told me my car was relocated, but you had no idea where it was. And then I got pulled over for driving a stolen vehicle. So what was it? My car was stolen or was relocated? She goes, well, when the cops found your car, what'd they tell you? I said, they didn't tell me nothing because the cops did not find my car. I found it. That's why I was pulled over for driving a stolen vehicle. What is your license plate? He goes, license plate. There ain't no record of your car ever been towed or ever been relocated or ever been stopped for being stolen. So they don't keep record when they pull people over? When they whoop me, they don't call up and go, code 6, we got a motherfucker pulled over? Or be advised, we found a stolen vehicle?
Also, they asked for your license and registration.
And threatened to pull me out the car. They threatened to pull me out the car.
That's the clip of the week. Code 6. That's the clip. Code 6.
Code 6, we got this nigga. Turn everything off.
That's it. That's the clip. Watch Code 6 mean something completely different. For any police watching, please let us know what a code 6. Code 6.
Code 6.
We got this motherfucker.
We got this nigga. Shit.
Oh shit. Yo, we cracked Leon. Oh fucking 57 minutes in.
Code 6.
Oh man.
Shit. We got this nigga. So I'm on the phone with my boy, and he's like, what? How the fuck they got no record? I was like, yo, bro, I could have been beat by the like. These motherfuckers stopped me, pulled me out the car, whooped my ass, and there's no record of it. They don't even got camera footage. Like, fuck you. And the lady, I don't know her name, but the lady officer that was there at the 33rd precinct after work, this had to have been about 5:30 in the afternoon. The week after, you know what? When was my shit told? I'm about to. It wasn't. Was it the 12th? So the 19th. It was that week. I think it was the 18th. I went. Them motherfuckers got no record of it. She says to me, "You got to come up with a better argument for why your car was relocated to a pump and you don't want to pay the ticket." I said, "Excuse me?
What do you mean a better
What
excuse?
other argument do I have?
What happened?
Like I parked the car here and found the car there. It was stolen, and you say I gotta come up with a better argument than the police didn't do their job. It's not." She goes, "It's not our problem." I'm sitting there, so wait a minute. So if it's not your problem that my car was violated and moved without my consent, it's not your problem that my car was stolen. It's not your problem that my car got ticketed for being in a spot it wasn't supposed to be in because you moved it. It's not your problem that you don't got no record of a stop for a stolen vehicle. It's not your problem that you got no record of a 911 call because I called the police to report it stolen. And then the girl goes, "Oh, but just because you call 911 doesn't mean it's reported. You need a cop to go there and write shit down." I said, "Oh, that's funny because if I called up and said that there's a bomb in a school and they found me, they are going to arrest me for falsifying a report." It's not like I go, "Excuse me, 911, yeah, can you send an officer to my house so I can report that a bomb is in the school?" "We'll send one right away, sir." And the guy goes, "Yeah, so you want to report a bomb in the school?" "Yeah, let me write it down, all that shit, put it on file." 6 months later, "Oh shit, there was no bomb in the school. Sir, you are arrested now." I ain't never seen a cop go, "Was there a file from the precinct?" No. Well, fuck it. What?
Oh man, okay. So I don't want to say there isn't a need because we still need the police department.
But what they do?
No, I know.
What do they do?
They still do a lot. Unfortunately, when it comes to, I will say this.
Their job, when it comes to their job,
I will
you gotta
say,
give them a break.
hold on. I will say this.
Come on, what do they do? They
I
wait
don't-
until the quota comes to harass people. There's no more quotas, but the first and the last of the month, there's a lot of motherfuckers put over.
I feel like the quota will never leave. But
I'm saying.
I will say this. Yo, you have the worst luck when it comes to anyone of service because when it comes to fast food workers, they fuck with you. And now when it comes to the police department, they gonna fuck with you. Damn.
And I'm not a rude nigga. I keep shit calm.
They just
I
look
keep
at you
shit
like, nah, we ain't fucking with them, son.
Yo, and I told my boy on the phone, I said, yo, I don't see no fucking point for y'all. He goes, yo, I don't blame you. He dead ass was like, yo, bro, I heard everything, man. I don't blame you. I don't know what to tell you. I say, yo, go back to living your life, man. Have a good one.
No, and I get it. Again,
say.
after situations like that, it's like, yo, what the fuck is the point? But there are scenarios where we do need police department. Like, if not, imagine the fucking chaos without actual cops. But
Yo, and the crazy shit is, the fucking my coworker comes. I tell her this story. She goes, "Oh, get this shit. They stole her rims from her block. She called the cops. Nothing happened. They stole her rims again, and the cops was like, "Oh well, don't worry about it. The insurance will cover it." She goes, "No, it's not about the insurance no more. These motherfuckers keep stealing my rims. Like, you don't have no one out here. Like, they only stealing my rims. Like, there's not a fucking ring out here. Like, y'all don't give a shit. Like, why am I talking to you if you're just gonna sit here and go, well, you know, my next door neighbor could tell me the insurance is gonna fucking cover it. I don't need an officer to come and tell me everything's gonna be okay. The insurance is gonna cover it. Fuck you. Where you at? Wait, you ain't see, like, if you drove by the car and ain't no rims on up, they got that motherfucker. Like, what? Remember back in the day, like in the TV shows, the cops like, I know a nigga that steal cars. Everybody know a nigga that steal cars. Yo, Chico, where these rims at, man? This lady need it.
Why the fuck did those shows back in the day make it seem like, yo, these cops are about to be on the case for some rims? Like, just for some simple rims, they'll be like, yo, that's it. Fucking New York Undercover would be like, nah, we gonna go find him. I'm gonna go ask fucking Joe P from down the street. Yo, Joe, you heard some shit?
Hey, she,
Like,
she
I know you
asked.
know some shit.
They called her up and like, yo, whenever you ready, the report is available. You come get it. She goes, is there any update on the case? He goes, I just told you the report's done. So what the fuck? Y'all just wrote it down, went back to go on lunch? Because I know for a fact I saw the cops that pulled me over. I saw them driving around, and supposedly they were looking for my car. But I'm sitting here going, if I told you where I parked, why the fuck you 6-7 blocks away? And then you tell me after you threaten to pull me out, oh, they usually put it within a couple blocks from when they relocated. So okay, so what the fuck you doing over here? Yeah. When I spent 10-15 minutes walking around the neighborhood and I found it. You just made a left turn, you'd have found that motherfucker. But then what happens? You find it, I need the report, there ain't no report. And then I'm the asshole that magically made shit up. And I wrote that shit down too, because I'm doing this shit online. They told me to gather evidence and mail it to the shit. So I mailed them my time in sheet, my time card saying that I was physically at work. I told them the time that the ticket I got, it was 2:30 in the afternoon. I told everything I could prove. I sent, and then I sent them a nice little fucking statement saying everything that the officer said in the 33rd precinct.
He had all the facts, everything ready.
And all I needed was for them to do their job. Be like, yo, here goes the report for the shit. The car was, because you told me the car was relocated. Why would I go looking for a car I thought was stolen?
Yeah.
Because if the car I thought was stolen is gone, you got to be a dumb motherfucker to steal a car and drive around the block.
That's my thing too. It's like, it's because what are they trying to say? That it was stolen. It wasn't moved. It was
No, they were saying it was relocated. It wasn't stolen.
No.
It was moved. Yeah.
But if they're saying now that it's like, oh, it wasn't. There's no report of it being moved.
Yeah.
Who steals a car and then parks it?
Yeah.
Who decides, yo, I'm gonna take it for a joyride and park it in a pump? Because fuck it.
Yeah.
But I stole this car without breaking a window, without fucking damaging anything. Like,
nothing missing.
Hot wire.
Yeah. Nothing missing. Nothing.
I don't know, bro. But
I got to come up with a better argument. It's not their problem. It's not their problem that something was moved by the fucking police department. Don't got no record of it. That's like, yo, the only way I know that the car was relocated is if I called it in and said, yo, listen, license plate number such and such and such being reported missing, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, it was relocated to here. Okay, yo, good news, it was relocated. We don't know where it went. You don't know where you put it? You don't make a record of that shit? So now I'm thinking, y'all niggas moved it for one of your boys. And I'm getting fucked over this.
That's the only thing I could think of is that they must have moved it. Like, I guess I want to know what the fucking judge is gonna say when you have to go.
The judge is gonna be like, sir, I don't see no relocation letter here. You're gonna have to pay the ticket plus the courtroom fees.
Nah, I feel like, especially just because of all that craziness, they're gonna dismiss it. But it's just gonna be a fucking, yo, you have some shit luck. Because it's gonna be like, especially if you have to then tell them, hey, so when I fucking got the car, they pulled me over. They're gonna be like, wait, so you found your own car and then they tried to pull you out of your car for driving a stolen vehicle. Yeah, you got some shit luck, my dude.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, for everyone watching this, for you too, Ray, no matter what, if you say hi to a police officer walking down the street, get his name in that and badge number. Any altercation you got, even if you right, get the police's name and badge number that you deal with, because if I had them like, yo, fucking Officer Sanchez fucking pulled me over on Tuesday and said they're gonna pull me out of the car because it wasn't mine. You ain't got that fucking, like, he ain't doing his job. His partner, Officer Ruiz over here, ain't nobody make no shit about this. Like, what the fuck is going on here? I could have put that in there, Officer such and such, these badge numbers, and then they would have. If the judge was gonna do his due diligence, which I'm pretty sure the judge would have just looked like he ain't give me no fucking proof. Fuck that. Charge this nigga everything. You know what I'm saying? But if someone, the way investigation should have worked, it was like, yo, Officer such and such, he's accusing you of not putting in the file that you pulled him over. We did pull him over, but it was his vehicle, so we didn't need to write nothing down. So where's the proof of the relocation? I don't know. Somebody would have told the nigga, nah, the car was relocated. We thought it was stolen because it was driving around. Somebody would have said something. Officer Ruiz. Shit.
Officer Ruiz was the one that said code 6.
Yeah, Officer Ruiz, code 6. We got the nigga. Shit.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, yo, get everybody name. Get everybody fucking name. Because they're going to say, like, yo, what the dude look like? They look like two Spanish people, a fucking guy and a girl. I don't know what else to tell you. I see their faces. I can't. Black hair, both of them. I'm pretty sure you got that walking around here somewhere. And the crazy shit was there was about 4 or 5 cops in the precinct when I was like, yeah, I need the record for my relocation, and everybody else relocated. That was an empty motherfucking hallway. Before I got there, that shit was a fucking party. When I got there and I said I need the records, whoop, gone. Even the woman even the lady officer that was helping me out, the front desk sergeant. I can't confirm that, but that's what I'm gonna call her because that's what my boy called her. That's who's supposed to be up there helping me. The front desk sergeant, after she said it's not my problem, come up with a better defense, disappeared too. And the only one that was there was the secretary. And I can't blame the secretary for doing that. I was like, you don't have a job to do. So what the fuck? You just sit here. You just sit here and talk to people. You don't have a job.
You're securing.
How can the
these
secretary
notes.
have a job if the officers don't have a job? They just wear a fucking uniform and shoot niggas.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I'm pulling that motherfucker out. I don't give a shit. Officer Ruiz is there.
Code 6.
Code 6. We got the nigga. That's the actual code. It's code 6. We got the nigga. It's in the book. It's in the handbook. Look it up. Code 6. You know, hold on. Let's see.
Stay out of the areas. Code 6.
See? Code 6. Stay out there. We're about to pull this nigga out the car and fuck him up. We don't want no witnesses. Code 6. Stay out there. Somebody called up and asked for help. Code 6. Stay out there. We got the nigga. Whoop, whoop.
Yo, does it help that I'm wearing camo right?
Yeah, right. Shit. I mean, shit. You fit right in. You converted. What mess you talking about? Nah.
Yo,
shit.
what
If you work in the whatever the department of treasury or whatever, if you can help me get out the ticket, I got you. Ray will pay you later. Talk to show. He's Ray's accountant.
Facts. He's already paying one of my debts.
Right. Shit. But yeah, man, I was like, ever since I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? What am I calling for? Like, in all honesty, like, yo, if someone pull a gun on me, I'm gonna have to handle my business and just walk away. Is the point? He's like, yo, call the cops for what? I handled it. Code 6. It's been handled. I don't need somebody to come put this motherfucker in handcuffs. He learned his lesson. Shit. Got the right to remain silent. You got the right to kiss my ass. Shit. I'm about to change the title of this shit. Code 6. Got the nigga.
Code 6. Cat Williams said everything.
Word. Shit.
Everything.
I wish Cat Williams would have fucking turned around and exposed these motherfuckers.
Yo, watching that interview, I thought Cat Williams was about to say some shit I did in the 5th grade. Because he was pulling up everything. It's like, yo, you ever accidentally stole some shit? Cat Williams knows.
Yeah. Because he said it. He pays for information. Order 66 in Star Wars is now Code 6.
Operate Code 6.
It was, damn, what was it? What did he say? Palpatine, execute Order 66. They dubbed it now to whoop, whoop, Code 6. Got the nigga.
Execute Code 6.
Whoop, whoop.
And also needs to have that no matter what.
Yeah, whoop, whoop.
That also needs to be there for some reason. But I don't know why that now needs to be there no matter what code you're saying. Whoop, whoop.
Code 6.
Code 6.
Got the nigga. Yeah. Listen, man, fuck that, bro. Yeah, but nah, Cat Williams said he paid for information is power. Information is power.
No, my thing is, I don't even think he paid for it. At this point, I feel like Cat Williams legit did something that we're all supposed to do. And that is keep your mouth shut, ears open.
Yeah.
Just listen to shit. Because people will reveal shit and people will tell you shit. And it's like, one day, works out. You start seeing shit. You start seeing shit, how people act, how people actually act. And then it's like, okay, I'll keep this noted.
Yeah. Yo, there's two things. Like, there's a lot of shit that I heard in that whole interview. I was like, yo, this can't be fake.
Yeah.
But there's two things that I agree with him wholeheartedly. One, when he was talking about that his character was supposed to be raped in Friday 2.
Yeah.
And he said, in no circumstances, to who, to what, to when, to where, to how, is rape funny.
Nope.
That's a fact. If he'd have got raped in that movie, it'd have been a different movie.
It wouldn't have been funny because it's like, yo, to me, them alluding to it is like, oh shit, he about to get fucked. Like, that was more funny in that sense than if they would have put the scene in.
Yeah.
Because that would have changed the whole dynamic. The fact of him fucking grabbing him by the ball.
That's
funny.
tweezers. Yeah.
That's fucking funny. Instead of,
I am a boy.
that shit was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, but there's a lot of shit in there that it's like, yo, it can't be fake. Like him talking about, I would love to hear Terry Crews's fucking side of this.
Yeah.
Just to hear if that adds up. Because he's fucking, like, the way he said it, it's like, yo, who can make this up? The way he's talking about fucking having to put this much commitment into this.
Yeah.
Like,
and the second thing that he said that I agree with, when he turned around and was like, I gave these motherfuckers, because remember when Shannon Sharp asked him a question, he goes, yo, some comedians came up to me and told me that women just handing them envelopes of money and they just said, don't worry about it. And it was like, where the fuck you get this money from? It's like, and then it was Cat Williams send them money. He goes, and I send them money and they ain't gotta be holding to me. Like, we do business and you ain't gotta be underneath my thumb or my network. You still do whatever fuck you. That, I'm like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, listen, if another big ass podcast saw our shit and was like, you know what, let me send these motherfuckers some bread because they doing a good job. You know, somebody got to, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, appreciate it. But if that came with contingencies of, here goes some bread, but now y'all niggas got to work for me, take this shit back. You know?
And I think the way he said it and the way a lot of people are coming out about Cat Williams, he does it just because he wants to see others win. Because Gary Owen said it on his podcast. He was like, yo, I know 4 people. He didn't want to put out their names because he doesn't know if they want people to know that he's helped them in their comedic rise. And I'm like, see? Cat Williams could have just said their names and been like, yo, I've helped this motherfucker. When Shannon Sharp was saying certain things he's done, you could see Cat Williams felt a certain way.
Yeah.
That it's like, he kind of didn't want that information out there. Just like, I didn't do it for the clout. Yeah. I didn't do it for the praise. Because you know, there's a lot of people that would be like, yo, he got his house, y'all, and it's just for the fucking likes.
Yeah.
It's not for fucking the genuine part of it. It's just, yo, I did it, so now you got to give me the clout.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like when The Rock got his family houses and shit like that. That shit made the news everywhere. But you didn't hear one thing that Cat Williams did.
Like, I didn't know he bought that he didn't pay. I didn't know he paid for that actresses for their star on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah,
I thought you legit someone had to pay. Like, I thought they just give it to you.
I thought so too. I didn't know that you had to pay for it.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Like, from what he said, it wasn't fucking cheap. So it's like,
yeah, it was like $75,000 or some shit that
like, yo,
yeah, shit. That's not a few pennies to actresses and shit like that. Like, they make a lot of money, but they ain't making Samuel L. Jackson money. Like, you ain't getting $50-40 million a movie. A lot of these people.
Yeah. Yo, I love how Luda responded though, because he did a whole fucking rap. I said to you that he was like, yo, and I'm like, bro, all you had to say was just, because he even brought up the Fast and Furious. It's like, come on, man. Like, all you had to say was, it didn't happen that way. That's it.
Yeah, but Luda was probably on some nigga. I got my head back and my side. I got what I need to get, and I got my money. Fuck that.
Yeah. It's
And
like,
he's in the
bro,
franchise. Yo, but not for nothing. I don't know about this whole sucking dick shit. Like Epstein sucking dick. I don't know about that. Like I could. This a freaking the shit that R. Kelly and Diddy did. I could see this nigga doing shit like that. No, I mean, I don't know. These niggas got money. They feel like they own people anyway. I could see shit like that.
yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying? But
let's
it's
be
like,
real. We've heard the Epstein stuff, and like even Crows making fun of it on Wednesday. A lot of that shit. Let's be real, and this is why I always say we don't know these actors. We don't know what they actually did to get to where they are.
yeah,
Some of them people put it out there. Some people have said all the hard work they did and what they had to do to get to where they are today.
yeah,
Some people we don't know. And the funny thing is, some people they say they did this. Who are we to actually know what they did? Unless you know
Mhm.
someone, you don't know what they did. And
yeah,
all this fucking shit that's out there, you don't know. Someone might have told them, hey, I'll offer you this. This will get you there easier, but you gotta do this. And
yeah,
unless you're in their position, you don't know what your reaction will be to that.
yeah.
Like how that's the like we talked about this shit earlier with us about paying for this and that. It's like, yo, end of the day, us morally, we know what our decision will be because hey, we rather fucking work for our shit.
yeah.
But there's some people that hey, they want to get that quick and they'll do what they have to do.
I hear you. I hear you.
Like
Shit, and yo, speaking of that with Carrie Williams, when he was talking about yeah, I forgot her name, the one that Kevin Hart bring up,
Tiffany Haddish?
Tiffany Haddish, where he was like, "Don't you got a cousin that's ratchet? Don't you got a mom? Don't you got a friend that do some stupid shit? Don't you? That's not special." How all of a sudden she became popular and that's all she talk about. Everybody got that shit. That ain't nothing fucking special. And and it's when it comes to like hard work, everybody went to auditions. Everybody did this. Everybody read their book. Like people doing podcasts. Everybody make video. Everybody come up in here and get their questions done. Everybody wants this vibe. Everybody does that shit. That ain't fucking special. You know what I'm saying? The same work we doing is the same work that other people are doing. It's just coming out with a different outcome. But sometimes, like you said, we can have the same match. And I told this shit to show all the time. We can make the same dish and it ain't gonna taste the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can have the recipe and it ain't gonna taste like mine.
Yeah. No, and that's why I said earlier where it comes to let's say, and again, for us, it might help us, who knows, if we had the budget.
Yeah.
If we had the budget that all of us could fucking have the crazy layout, fucking crazy setup, and we're Gucci. Maybe our shit would be better. Who knows? The problem is you could do that. You could give someone day one, they have the best setup ever. Unless they legit have something, it's not gonna do shit. They'll probably grow because they can afford to fucking get the best guest, fucking boost their shit for the algorithm, all that. But unless they have something, they have it, it's gonna be the most boring fucking channel ever.
Yeah.
Legit. With us, there's something there. When it comes to our conversation, when it comes to how we are, there's something there. But for some people, they want but then it shows.
Yeah.
So
Because yo, the only thing financial freedom gives us that we need desperately is time.
yeah.
And I don't mean that by longevity. I mean right now with our work schedules and our lives and all this other shit, we don't have the time to meet up in a place every week and do something live because we all got lives. We all got jobs. We all got this. We got that. If we had financial freedom where we didn't have to do our jobs, that opens up 8 hours, 10 hours of the day that we could be like, yo, on this day, let's meet here and do this. Because I would rather us not have jobs and do this and make money than us sacrifice our personal lives and do this. You know what I'm saying? Because you're already giving me 4 or 5 hours a week on this in the comfort of your own home. Now to sit here and be like, yo, I need you to now go do this, come out your way even further and do this, and then get home at 2:00 in the morning for nothing. But in actuality, this for nothing. It's for fun. Just so we can look professional. I mean, fuck how we look. Now, at this point, that's where you say we can look as good as we want, but what we got ain't nothing gonna change if we in the same room. It might actually be a little bit funnier because now Gigi gets to hit me. You know what I'm saying?
That will be fun. That will be fun. But unfortunately,
but like that's the thing though. It ain't changing. We still gonna be who we are.
no.
You know, but I mean, it's all optics. Like I'm telling you now, the reason why I think money is the reason why is because I watch people that have a lot and have a little. Like I'm watching this one dude do reviews on shit. He finds random shit on this. Like, look, I'll show you. And this motherfucker does this shit in his fucking garage.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he does it in the garage, but he's entertaining. He's funny. The way he talks, the way he does shit. I don't mind it. I get to watch it right before I go to sleep. It helps me rewind. It helps me unwind. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to watch woodworking and shit like that. It helps me unwind.
Gotcha.
But then I noticed, like, I'm watching shit like this. I watched the woodworking thing. There's one video where this guy has all the energy and all the personality in the world and everything like that. He just opened up a building, but the way he does it is still, you know, it's in a woodworking shop and it's nitty and gritty. He got some nice like transitions in the shit, but you could tell that their main thing is like they're doing the woodworking and they're trying to put on a show, but this guy's just, his thing is entertainment, right? Then I watch one guy that his whole thing is about woodworking. And he narrates what he's doing before the show, but then you got all these edits and everything looks good, and then he shows pictures of this and that and this and this, and it's completely different.
Gotcha.
But he makes a living off selling these pieces that he makes.
Oh, okay.
So he'll buy a piece of wood for $1,800 and sell it for $30,000. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Okay.
And you know, and this guy got a bigger following than this one, just because I feel like he got the money to go. I can do all these venues. I could have someone record my video, send it out to someone else to edit this motherfucker, and put it up on YouTube and let everybody watch it. There ain't no shorts with him. There ain't no fucking social media fucking ads and none. He has a social media account where he'll put up his work and go, if you want to go bid, go to this website. You can bid on it, whatever. But that's it. Everyone else has to do the fucking social media shorts in order to catch friction. The fish shit that I watch, a lot of them are in front of a green screen talking about fish. But then there's this one kid I watch. This motherfucker has a farm. He's able to go into a fish store whenever the fuck he wants to. Goes, yo, you see this fish right here? I want all of them. I just spent $2,000 on fucking fish. And he's building a saltwater predator tank that's about 12 feet by 13 feet by 7 foot deep. He's building one. And he's going to get sharks and all other shit to go in there. Niggas watch that because he has the money to do all this other shit. But the people, like, if I had my tank, that's what I can afford. Right? That's what I can afford. I get that tank. And people ain't watching. I'm telling you, I got the whole thing about all these people. Like, I don't have names. I got one name for one fish, and that's my Cardinal Tetra, because he's the only one left. I call him Debo. Because that motherfucker's a tough motherfucker, and he hiding somewhere back there. That's what he do. Then I got the fancy guppies. The fancy ones are the little ones right there in the corner that you see. The big one, the big yellow one is a fucking pearl gourami. I don't have names for them yet, but the fancy guppies, I got 5 of them. I call them the Power Rangers. They're all different colors. If I put up videos of these fish and people, you know, they whatever, I can't be like, oh, well, this is how you do the cycle, and this is how you do that, and this, because you're gonna watch somebody that has 12 fucking tanks talking about the cycle. Like, oh, I got these African cichlids that's overstocked, and the reason why I keep the fucking ammonia levels down, the nitrates down, is because I do this, this, and this. And he pulls out a fucking pump, and he does this, and he does a 80% water change. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, that's fine. If I recorded myself doing a water change, you know how boring that shit will be, because I got a hose and a bucket, and I gotta go and empty the bucket and then refill the shit and then refill it over. I ain't got all this shit. My income in my house ain't set up for that. My shit set up for a podcast.
The thing is, I feel like you would make it entertaining because the voiceover would be fucking great.
Like this bitch ass shit didn't want to work.
Like, here we go again. Got the bucket.
Yeah.
Woo! Code 6. Bucket's fault.
Yeah, we got the nigga. No, but like you know when like Henny, right? He'll go and he'll put the video out of wrestling. He records the whole thing and he makes his little thing, you know, his whole video, and he puts it out there. I'm pretty sure if there was someone that was doing that, they had a better camera than I got, a cameraman, a boomstick, other lighting, goes in there, does his shit. It's because they're well financed and they got somebody else to edit it. I'm not gonna lie to you, Ray. If I had somebody to edit my videos, we would be a lot fucking bigger. And I'm not saying the podcast shit. If I had somebody to edit my video and all I had to do was take videos, every single fucking Battle Club, We Are Wrestling, Invictus show that we ever fucking went to, it would be recorded in this shit, and that we would have some crazy ass fucking videos.
Bro, that is the fucking goal one day.
Yeah.
Is to fucking have someone just, all we have to do is be there.
Yeah.
And talk. That's the goal. One day to fucking be able to even do this.
Yeah.
To just be there and talk. That's all the goal is.
Yeah.
To be able to do some shit like that.
Yeah, because Pro edits videos. He edited the intro for our shit.
Yeah.
But he takes his time with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I give him a video now and it comes back in a week, it's like, yo, I got 17 more videos I need you to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got this that I need you to make in this. Like, make cuts of it. Because even the guy this guy reviews random shit. I watch Harrison Heller. You know Harris Heller? You know who that is? He does video game, but he also reviews.
Okay.
He also reviews mics and all that other shit. This motherfucker just bought a house. He got his own. He got like 4 different studios in his basement that he set up for different things. And he got all this money. I'm not saying he wasn't rich before, but he got all this money now. He got 2 editors, and he got money to make programs that he gives away for free. And the reason why you give them away for free is because traffic. If I have Stream Beats, because that's what he made Stream Beats. He gives away music for free, copyright free music, and he gives you the certificate saying this is copyright free. So if you get a strike, you be like, yo, no, this is the certificate saying I can use it, and then you get it, taken off and shit. You go to his website, you go to Stream Beats, thousands of people download the shit. How many people? Spotify want it now. All these people want the ads because of the traffic that's going into the shit. Everything gets played, all that other shit. He make money off of that, off the back end. He got a program that you could put into OBS that it will record both long and form factor videos. So you can like right now, this shit would be in a long form factor on OBS, and then all I could do is just hit record, and we have this section already made for fucking social media or for phone content. Give that shit away for free. Why? Because the more people that download that shit in OBS, the more people are like, yo, yeah, we're gonna give you something on it, because now you have more shit coming to us. It's the same way YouTube works. We don't pay to come on YouTube, but YouTube gets money off of the views. With the more views that we get, YouTube's like, oh, that's interaction. So now we're gonna monetize you to help you, encourage you to get more views. So the more views you get, the more money we get, and the little bit of money we're gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? That's the business for it. And that's the business in social media. It's like, why am I going to charge you for something when I can give you this shit for free and everybody want it? And now these people are going to pay me to give it to you for free even more. You know what I'm saying?
No, I like it.
And the thing with the like earlier, because we always go full circle. With the rest is like, yo, you want to pay us to come on the show? Like, you doing us a favor, but we also doing you a favor. Because not many people were to watch this, right? With the numbers, if you go to the numbers, not many people watch it, but all you need is one person. All you need is one person to go, who is this nigga? Like Darius Carter. Somebody watches like, yo, Darius Carter. I like this. I like Darius Carter. Let me go look up his shit. Oh shit, yo, Darius, we could use you for such and such. Janai Kai. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, that's the one that was in Japan the other day. That blah 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 blah. Your name's out there, your voice is out there. People see you. They see you. You know how many people come up to me like when it happened and like, yo, I don't watch wrestling, but that interview you had with Janaka was dope. The way she was talking about this and this was dope. I don't watch wrestling, but the questions you was asking, this one, you was asking Lala with those 6 questions, rapid questions was stupid. That shit was funny as fuck, and it was funny how she was getting at you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be a fan to be a fan of somebody. The more you can show yourself, because that's what you're marketing, right? You know, you market like it's not like we need you to pitch the fucking like. I can understand paying you to be like, yo, just tell everybody to go to the Knucklehead Network and
Yeah.
yada yada. Like you coming out here, we getting to know you.
Yeah.
It can't hurt to get to know you, unless you a bitch.
You know what I think it is too? It started becoming the. I also understand again the fact that some people take advantage of it.
Yeah,
That it's like, oh yeah, this dude is fucking insane right now, hot, or this person's hot right now. Like their numbers are through the roofs. Let me get them to be able to use that for clout. Which I get that. Hey,
yeah,
use your star power. Fuck it. But at the same token, it's like again, you could start seeing whose channels are like that. If all they're doing is bringing in those type of people.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
but unfortunately, it does affect that everyone else. They're trying to have the genuine conversations, have the genuine like, yo, we just want to get to know you type shit instead of, oh, we want to use you for clout. Like,
yeah. But that's where the footwork comes in. That's where my plans for 2024 is I think gonna help us benefit us, because the more we get to show ourselves to the world, the more the world's gonna accept who we are. So like I'll just say it on the Tone the Show because this is what we do here. Like I like when we go to wrestling events now, it's like I was like, I don't know what to do with this camera. We just recording shit like that. I'm recording coming in this shit. I don't know what I want to do. But now I'm like, yo, if we can make a skit with or without a wrestler at the show and put that shit out there, we can promote whatever promotion is doing the show. We can promote whatever wrestlers there, and they get to see us. As much as Simon Miller's ducking me, after we did that video, he came up. He was like, "Yo, I appreciate the fact that you're not somebody that takes shit personal."
no,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's something right there. That little, even if it's for a moment like that, that means more than most. You know?
Yeah. And for the wrestlers, like, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it took a while for me to get comfortable, and it took a while for the wrestlers to get comfortable around me. But the more they see, like, oh, that's Toe, that's a cool nigga. They come up and say good morning to me. Like we go, it's respect now. Like, yo, I see them, yo, what's good? They come up to me, yo, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, yo, come on the show, got you. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
But like when you say it was like, oh, you want me for clout? Nah. We don't want
the
you.
problem is
I
there are a
want
lot
to
of
talk to
people
you
that
whether
still
you got the camera rolling or not.
there's a lot of people that's all their intention is.
Yeah. No, it's true.
You could see it. There's a lot of fucking people. A lot of people that do this that we do.
Yeah.
And we've seen it. We've seen a lot of people like that. That all they want is when someone has clout.
Yeah.
That's when they want to talk about them, or that's when they want to do this. And my thing is, especially when I started doing podcasting, my thing was never that. I'll talk to fucking person that's opening a show. I've talked and I've had them on I've had people on the show that legit you probably aren't going to know about them for another 5 years. And that's cool. I don't care. I find something interesting about them.
Yep.
I'd rather talk to them now and have that conversation because, hey, I see something there. And I've had people that fucking, they're on that brink. And a few weeks later, boom, they're doing this, doing this. And that's cool too. It's something. But to me, the whole thing of this is just having that genuine conversation, getting to do stuff that other people aren't doing with them.
Yeah.
And hey, again, this is what we do. We try to have genuine conversations, have stuff that it isn't just your cookie cutter. So what got you into wrestling?
Yeah.
Like just something where it's like, the guest is actually enjoying their time on the podcast instead of fucking, here we go, we're on another podcast.
Yeah. And
Like,
and one thing, because before we started doing interviews on the regular, I would study other people doing interviews, and I hated this shit. And somebody actually, I watched his shit a lot because this motherfucker asked questions like, all right, I know what to expand on, because he don't want to expand on the nitty gritty questions. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Like,
because
what position you like, but then he won't get into the nitty gritty. Like, what you mean prone? You know what I'm saying? Like, he won't follow up and shit. But you know, but like a lot of other fucking podcasters will be like, so Ray, what got you into wrestling? That's good. Yeah, but then you had a match in October against such and such, and he pinned you. How do you feel about that? Yeah, and I read somewhere that you like hot dogs without ketchup. Are you a mustard guy? Look at this nigga. Like, I'm screaming like, look at this nigga. Pay attention to what the fuck he's saying.
Yo, you know what's funny? I just saw a clip yesterday. Chris Van Vliet did the Swerve City podcast, the Shane Strickland podcast he does with his boy. And Chris Van Vliet said that is one of his biggest pet peeves, is when people do interviews and you could tell they're just waiting to be able to ask their next question.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about what the person is saying. They're not learning shit. My thing is, that is what makes wrestlers not want to do podcasts.
Yeah.
Because, like, what's the fucking point? If I'm asking you this and then you're just going to fucking move on to the next question, why am I answering your question then?
Yeah. Unless the question is like, yo, what's your favorite color? Blue. All right. What's your favorite movie? Rocky. Oh, what's this? That. If you ask a question like, yo, what got you into wrestling? Oh, me and my grandfather, like, yo, my grandfather, blah, blah, blah. That's dope that you still got that. Do you still see wrestling with your grandfather? Does he call you? Expand on the fucking question.
That's how it should be. My thing is, and this is something I look at now when it comes to my growth as a podcaster and all that. I used to have, and I still have it. I have the book. I used to fucking prep questions on a book like this.
Yeah.
After a while, I'm like, fuck the book. I know 3 questions that I want to ask.
Can we fuck?
Those are for another type of question. As really the tone of the show questions.
Right?
But,
shit.
That's
why we don't get no guests on this show.
One day we'll get a guest on here. No. But what does the craft mean to you?
Yes.
What was it that made you choose to step through the ropes? What is the end goal? I don't plan any other question. That is the only 3 questions that no matter who I have on there, I will be asking. Because the funny thing is, especially when it comes to this year, that second question now is going to switch. Because I'm not just going to have wrestlers on this year. Because this year I want to have actors, fucking comedians, all that shit. But it'll be to some degree what made you choose your craft in a sense. But those are the only 3 questions I'm planning this year. Everything else, whatever the fuck you give me, I'm now working with you.
Because there's a conversation.
And that's how it should be. Because if not, it's like...
Because here's the thing, bro. When you listen to a sports show,
yeah, the
most entertaining parts of the show is when they have a discussion about somebody and it turns into like a little argument.
Yeah.
Right?
That's great.
Yeah. When you watch a guest do an interview, most of the time it's the guest talking. And if the guest can speak and tell stories like Cat Williams do, you captivated. And then you give you a little bit of this and that. But the most intriguing interview is the one that makes you respond despite the fact that you listening to something that was already recorded.
Exactly.
You know how many people are listening to the interviews we do, and they go, "Nah, yeah, I feel that." Like they respond back to what we said. Like, I'll show them, and I'm like, "Yo, I did an interview with such and such. Look at this," and they watch a part, and they're looking like, "Nah, that's true. That makes sense." And I'm like, yo, how are you responding to me? I did this last week. I'm sure I'm standing like you're literally talking to me. While you're listening to the interview, you're talking to my old self in the interview, talking to this wrestler or this wrestler talk. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the best part when you can captivate and feel like you're included in this. A conversation everyone can jump into and they're involved.
Yeah.
When you ask questions, just ask questions. It's kind of like, okay, we want to get to know you. This, and this. You're interrogating them.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Then it becomes unnatural, and that's what
And
I hate.
And they answer the same fucking questions all the time.
Yeah, and that's what it's annoying because that was something when you told me you used to watch to like research. You would watch other people's interviews, and I love that you notice that there's a pattern.
Yeah,
because a lot of people will ask the same fucking question, so the wrestler or the person is going to then answer the same fucking way. Because what's the point of answering different if it's the same question? Like,
yo, there was one time, I think it was Jorge Santi on our interview.
Yeah.
He was mentioning how he went from doing wrestling, he stopped doing that, and then he started doing the stunt work for the Marvel Broadway play and all that other shit. And I heard him, and I was like, you saying the same exact thing you said to such in the last interview you was on. No more talk about this question. Now I'm gonna ask you about, because I remember watching the interview and he said that. And in my head, I was like, yo, please ask him what it was like to work for Marvel. What character did you play?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. That was the case. He said that and they moved on to wrestling. So when I asked him, I was like, yo, how was it being in Marvel? Did you like it better than wrestling? Like, who'd you play? I was Bruce Banner. I was the Hulk. You was the Hulk. You was smash. They paint you green. Now you see his brain going, nah, like, he's like, oh, you interested in this part of my life? Yes.
No.
You said it to me, so we gonna get into it.
Yeah.
It no longer was the same answer.
Yeah, and it expanded something because now it's like, okay, cool. Now it's not just the fucking generic.
Yeah.
And that's why when I had him on, I was like, fuck it, we're gonna expand even more. Bring in the picture.
You throw me under the fucking bus.
Bro, it fucking worked though, because now we're never gonna let that shit go. It's like, yo, I know Toe was trying to get behind the fourth wall. Don't worry, I got you. And it fucking works. This is how we started fucking joking around more, because now it's like, nah, Toe, I gotta teach you not to break the fourth wall, man. Respect the craft.
Word.
But that's how it should be. Fucking especially if you're gonna watch other people and study, try not to fucking just do the same question.
Yeah. Because also my research, like towards when I started getting better at it.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at the questions that you're asking, I'm looking at the questions the viewers want answered. So that in that same case, like I'm watching something and I'll be like, wait a minute. You just asked this one about this, but why didn't you follow up with this question? Like, let's say they turn around like, yo, I watched wrestling since, the Monday Night Wars or whatever the case may be. And, my favorite shit was this, but then I stopped watching wrestling because it got lame and all that. But then, I got back into it and they go, oh, okay. But, so who's your dream match? And I'm like, wait a minute. What got you back into wrestling? That's the question that I want to answer. Or what part of the shit was lame to you? Like, what got you, like, what did you do in between the time that here and there? It's like, we're going to have a whole story. This is where you butt in and go, wait a minute. There's something here that you're not telling me I want to get to know a little bit.
And that's exactly the point, that it's like, if you're not able to fucking pick up on that and be like, oh, wait, let me go here now. There's something more.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it should be, that it's like, boom. So, wait. So, what was it that made you come back into it? Or, first, get back to that first point. So, what was it that made you tune out?
Yep.
Like, and then you could start working in, okay, so now what got you back in?
Yeah.
Because there's ways to do that. Then now we go from, fuck, it's hard to get through 15 minutes to now we're half an hour in. Now let me start finding how am I going to go to the next.
Yep.
That's what makes the best interviews. When you're able to now start working around your time, that's like, cool. Now we're good. Because I love conversations where I'm like, fuck, we're 45 minutes in. Let me start seeing how I can wind this down. instead of,
Yeah.
fuck, it's only been 10 minutes. How am I going to get through this interview?
Yo,
And I've had both. I've
Yeah.
had those fucking, I can't get through 10 minutes yet.
Yeah.
And I've had those, oh shit, it's about to be an hour. Fuck, I still got some shit I want to get through. Like, I love those fucking, oh man, it's an hour already. I love those conversations. That, for me, last year, the conversation I had with John Davis was like that. We were an hour and 30 minutes in, and I was like, fuck. I kind of still want to talk to this guy, but I'm gonna have to fucking wind this down.
That's why you got to get the video clip of Jackie Chan. You waste our footage. Right, he's on the phone. Why you call now? You waste our footage. You be like, yo, dude, you taking so long to fucking. We having a good time, but you on here for too long. Play the video. You waste our footage. What's wrong with you? This our money. He was like, yo, you gonna have to cut this in half. This is part 1 now, motherfucker. Come back next week for part 2.
No, I definitely that's one I gotta get a part 2 for this year. But those are the conversations like that. That's like, yo,
Yeah.
and you know what's funny? He was someone that gave me that compliment. He told me he noticed I wasn't fucking waiting for the next question.
Yeah.
He noticed I was actually listening and I was actually wanting to talk. And I'm like, of course, because that's why I have this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
If I just wanted to ask questions and just fucking worry about my next question, I would just honestly tweet at someone. Like, yo,
you wouldn't be respecting the craft.
It's like, yo, just fucking tweet. Yo, this is my question.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, because if that was it, then that's it.
You think I want Simon Miller on here to ask him, so how does what culture work? So you started wrestling and what kind of duct tape you use? I want to fuck with this man. I want to fuck with this, especially now he's taking forever to respond to me.
Yo, that's going to be the whole podcast. Why did you take so long?
It's going to be Toe versus Simon, and y'all motherfuckers going to be in the back like, break it up. Somebody going to throw a dog and hit a chair. Something going to happen.
All right, here we go. What did Anthony ask us?
All right, Anthony. Question, guys. Why do you think these media scrums sometimes there's a habit of multiple reporters asking the same question to people involved in the interview for companies like AEW, WWE, and TNA? Because I've noticed with the media scrums and AEW, the reporters tend to ask Tony and the rest is the same question multiple times by multiple reporters. Questions
are screened, and they know these are the only questions that are going to get answered.
That and they don't know what else anybody else is going to. The crazy shit is like a reporter. Yep. They're not sitting here going, what are the common questions that people would ask this guy? It's all, I'm asking this question. They all want to, how was the match? What do you want to do next? You're the champion now. How does it feel? They all ask basic questions. Like that's why most of the time with the same podcast is like, I got to come up with questions for this guy. These are the common questions. And these guys like,
no. They're also
I'm 92 years into the business. I debuted in 1996 and I wrestled 1-2-3 Kid in my first match. That's what got me in the business.
That's legit. It's legit that because of that though. It's a lot of it is let me not be the one to ask the controversial question. But the thing is with a lot of these that they don't decide to do it is there's a way to at least get an answer without asking something stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
especially if you're there. If you're in the media scrum and you're really trying to do something, think about who could possibly be in the media scrum.
Yeah.
Right? Because this would be my thing. And this is hopefully, if everything goes well, before 2024 ends, the knuckleheads will be in one of these media scrums. But my outlook of how I would do this is fucking going into it, write one question each for every member of that roster. So like, whoever fucking is in that media scrum, I have something that no one's gonna fucking ask.
Like Sir Wilkins. No one ever asked Charlotte and fucking Becky, yo, we all know you old as shit. When the fuck you retiring? Yeah, I'm not gonna let that shit
that was one of those. I never thought about your question before you just said it out loud.
Yeah. Yo, listen. I don't know Sir Wilkins like that, but Janelle and the Javatiers, we've spoken. I'm sorry, bro. You are inspiration to me now.
Yo,
that was the best. Yo, I mean, You guys plan on hanging up? We don't know you're old as shit. You've been wrestling for 50 fucking years. This bitch got Botox. When you gonna retire? But yeah, man, I give people shit because I like them.
Of course, that's our way.
But
Seems like
yeah,
Ray's let us know. Understand the screen. But what do you think?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I was in that position, I would have probably fumbled my shit too. But I would have ran with it. Like, I mean, you are y'all motherfuckers been wrestling for 20, 30 years. We ain't gonna let somebody else come up and hit Becky. John Charlotte, you old as your father. What's going on?
But you would have recovered. Okay,
Yeah.
so to answer Anthony though, it's not that again. I say they're
You could've pulled
screened.
me out the video without the stadium.
Yeah, been done. That was really. But it's also again, like I said, the reporters don't want to ask anything that's going to lead to them not getting a response either. Because if you ask something like a genuine fucking IWC question, most wrestlers are going to be like,
And also, there's a time and place to ask questions. Some questions you can't ask at the media scrum.
Yeah.
Like if you watch the UFC media scrum, they ask multiple, like some question, but sometimes they'll ask a question that's out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But like, oh, Sean Strickland just won the middleweight title. Oh, Sean, since you're here, did you see that 2 weeks ago Conor McGregor was on Twitter and he said that you're a bitch because you made the comment that such and such isn't a real man. I just won the middleweight championship in the world. Why the fuck are you talking to me about this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
That's consensus. The fans want to know what he thinks.
Yeah.
But that is not the time or the place to fucking ask him about it.
Yeah. You know,
it's like with fucking usually with wrestling ones, it's like,
and most of the time these fighters want to answer like either legitimate questions or like fun questions. Like you see like Eric Hawani back in the day was like, yo, I noticed that every time that you win a match, you get pizza, but you in New York or like you in Chicago or I just named 2 fucking places famous for their pizza. My bad. Like you in fucking West Coast Alabama, you ain't getting no fucking good pizza over here. What food you gonna get now? He's like, well, we gonna fly to New York and get some good pizza. Like he's more worried about that shit than he is. Like he's having fun.
yeah.
He'll be like, oh, so I heard that your dog got AIDS now. So how much is the fucking the hospital bill? Nigga, I just main event of WrestleMania. What the fuck you talking to me about my dog? Why you gonna remind me of that shit? But when you're in wrestling, it's all to push the story.
Yeah.
You ain't asking Roman Reigns about fucking Zilla Fatu or who's the other one that's in MLW right now?
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu. You ain't asking him about that because they don't work there.
Yeah.
We sorry, that question can't be asked. Strike that from the records. Code 6. We got the nigga.
Got you.
I see you reading. Are you talking really close to the microphone, Ray? PS. Once in a while, there was one time that you had it sounded crunched up.
Oh, because I was doing this. My bad.
Yeah.
That was when I was trying to like emphasize the PC questions. But yeah, when it comes to that again, you have to think about the location. Think about where they're at, what's actually going on. It's the easiest thing to just be like, you know what? So what'd you think of them? Hey, congrats. Now where do we go from here?
And it's very unless you're a kid, it's very hard to ask a question. One question, like you get one question to ask somebody. And this is your first question, and you talking to Becky Lynch, and if I'm talking to Sasha Banks, I got one question. You know that question gonna be, come on, girl, why you keep putting these restraining orders on my ass?
That's the thing too. It's
No,
like,
but,
yo, you're also thinking about you're trying not to fuck it up. This is already, it's a high pressure situation just because you're finally being chosen to be a part of this media scrum.
Yeah, like, yo, Sir Wilkins was trying his best to pay his respects to these women, and these women was like, yo, listen, it's not about that. You could ask the question, honey. And then they gave him shit for it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, in the beginning, he's like, yo, you guys are the veterans. What you mean, we old? He's like, I mean, you are older than shit, but like, you've been here for a long time. Oh, so we gonna retire soon? Like, God damn it. And they're like, yo, just ask the question, honey. It's all right. It seems like they scream more and more as the generation goes on, because Ric Flair told the story about reporters asking questions that the fans wanted to know, and wrestlers would answer them. Yeah, but listen, that's now everything is gatekeeped, in at least in WWE. Because if you think about it, I think the AEW's media scrum is a little bit, I don't want to say realer, but it's a little bit more open than the WWE's. Because
No.
every time you see a WWE superstar doing an interview, it's with a WWE associated program.
Yeah.
The Bump is a WWE show.
Yeah.
They promote it like a fucking show now.
But it is
The
because
media scrum,
it's all on their banner.
yeah,
My thing
the
is,
media scrum is a WWE show.
yeah. My thing is this, Anthony. What questions do you want them to ask on there? Realistically, because you're not gonna get
Yeah,
a fucking.
like the divas. How
So
much
what
does
do
it
you
take?
think? You're not gonna get a. Hey, so did you watch AEW last week? What are your thoughts on this IWC war?
Yeah,
You're not gonna get that because if these are the questions, like, because that's my thing. End of the day, when you're in there, you have to think of it. I hate to say it like this, but you can't think of it as a wrestling media scrum. You have to think of it as sports centric media scrum. You're not gonna go to fucking to the NBA and be like, hey, so what are you thinking of fucking what what the college teams are doing right now? They're not focused on that. They're focused on this. Because those are the only questions I'm thinking. Yeah, but all those ones are going to be for the entertainment side of things, and they also have to be screened. They're also told you're allowed to talk about this. We're going to talk about this, and boom.
yeah, but Jimmy Fallon, all those shit, like he just said, yeah, that's a WWE programming segment right there.
Yeah, they're all going to be programmed by WWE.
And even when they do the interview, when they show that little clip, it's always about wrestling.
Yep.
They don't show no story about when they were younger and they got their leg broken on a tree or nothing.
No. Also, nothing that if those are worse because that is all just to promote what they're doing in WWE, or if they're doing a movie, or if they're doing a sports show, like if they're doing an award show or some shit like that, and then they do whatever gimmick the show does. So that's what I'm trying to get at. What kind of questions do you want Anthony to be asked? Because that's what I'm trying to get at. Because yeah, there's nothing else they can really do.
And then the rest
also,
of that,
blame the person that's going to the scrum, not the WWE, because it's like clip a Big Show doing multiple interviews with Conan where his segments would go off the rails all the time.
well, that's a Big Show.
Yeah,
that's a Big Show's personality. Like you can have fun, they can have fun and do all that stuff in the Big Show. Know what it's like to be an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his gimmick. That's his thing. He's gonna put on a show for you. Like the thing is with the media scrums and all that other stuff. Very rarely you're gonna have somebody on there that has some kind of baggage, that has some kind of shit that you need to answer these questions. Like when the Usos was getting pulled over for DWIs, they weren't on TV. They weren't going on media scrums. They weren't allowed to be put in a spot where a reporter goes, "Yo, why were you drunk on the April 3rd?" and all that. And by the time they came back, you ain't asking those questions.
My thing was with all this also, we're at a point where wrestling, how do I put it? Like the joke I made earlier when we talked about the Santy thing. They also still want to keep kayfabe alive. As much as it's dead, they kind of still want to keep that fourth wall being there. Like,
Yeah.
they still have to remember wrestling is still a thing where we still try to keep it as where again people know the work side of it, all that, but also we still have to keep it a business.
Yeah.
Like Maven just did an interview about that, talking about how many reporters call it fake and this and that. So they make it as much sports centric as possible, but they also have to keep it legit and keep it where it keeps not only the flow of it presentation wise, but also we still have to tell a story.
Yeah.
So,
going on, Musa?
What's going on? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. But yeah, man, I know you wanted to speak about the Cat Williams interview.
Yeah, we
We
did that.
went into that, but there was a video you sent me. Was it on TikTok that you wanted to speak about? I'm about to check my
I know there
TikTok
was a
right now.
few. Yeah, there was a few videos I kept sending because every time I saw a video, that I was like, "This would be something interesting to talk about."
Shit.
Hold on, was it on TikTok or was it IG? I know I sent you a few videos.
Yeah, it might have been on both.
I'm gonna look at IG while you look
Jesus
at TikTok.
Christ.
Someone's crying apparently over there.
But because I put on TikTok and they have the part. But yo, this is my favorite scene of Rocky 3 when they're running on the beach and he's just sitting there and Adrian goes, "Yo, what's wrong?" And he goes, "I don't believe in myself. Don't you understand? When a fighter doesn't believe in himself anymore,
Gotcha.
it is done." He goes, "But what do you got? What are you afraid of? I don't want to lose what I got. We got money. We got cars. We got nothing that can't be replaced. What are you afraid of?"
Yo.
And he's like, "Well, you want to break me down?" And he's like, that part right there, especially when my mom passed, helped me cope with a lot of the emotions I was going through, because it's like you don't want to admit you're afraid to go on without them, but you got that fear. So when you see someone else breaking someone else down, like you start asking yourself those questions, you start like, I'm afraid too. But you see Rocky was afraid, and it's like there's really nothing to be afraid of, because fear is just false evidence appearing real. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's, that's why it's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah. No, it's a great quote though. It really is a great quote. It's something to open up your perspective of things if you think about it.
Yeah. All right. I know. Yeah, I send you a lot of videos.
No, we definitely send a lot of videos. I'm trying to see now. To watch that video I've gotten taken down. That would be the great part.
It had to be on IG then, because I just see me giving you a lot of videos on TikTok, and you sent me the keep an eye on people videos, and yeah, that's all the way back to September. All right, so let me see if I can find it on TikTok.
Got you.
I mean on Instagram.
All good.
I know the most important video I sent you was that steakhouse.
Yo, facts.
Oh, we gotta talk about this on the next on the show. This is Mindset It was a video from TikTok, but you sent it to me on
Okay, good. Gotcha.
All right, I'm gonna play it.
Be a piece of shit. You gotta have bad habits, you gotta use drugs, you gotta have sex with the wrong people, you gotta fucking fail in business for you to get sick of all the shit. Because I've just noticed it with myself, bro. The only time I actually tend to make a change in my life is when I'm so fucking disgusted with myself. That is the only time I make a fucking change in my life. So sometimes that's what it takes, bro, is getting to that point. Is it has to get worse before it gets better. And some people can't handle that, and that's what's scary. But a lot of people need to be more brave to go to that fucking dark, scary place. You know, because it's like, oh, what's your alternative? You're going to continue to live a lackluster, complacent life at your fucking 9 to 5 with your fucking boss and this and that? That's what you're going to do? Because, bro, like, I have two options, bro. It's I go for the craziest fucking life I can think of, bro. And part of that shit means, like, getting right.
Okay, yeah. Now I remember why I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I think we, unfortunately, because of our experiences and all that, we've gotten to the point of fucking being almost in the down of the dumps, where our emotion is just fucking, what else could happen? At least I've definitely been there. That's just like, yo, it's what's the point at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Like just there at that lowest peak and just fucking, that's like, it sucks because that is that moment of either you change or, you know?
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, sadly, sometimes the biggest change in your life comes from that.
No.
You know, like hold up.
All good, all good. Handle that. All good. Let me see what Anthony was saying though. That's what I've always wondered. Why does it seem like the media scums are more strict in terms of what the reporters can ask and never be? We saw those same things in the Attitude Era. There's more free for on the screens after WrestleMania and the bigger pictures. The reporters are able to ask. Find them saying that. Like I said, Anthony, especially back in the day, when you look at those media scrums and you look at what they were doing back in the day, most of the times when reporters were asking, they would somehow try to throw a diss at, oh, but isn't this all fake? Or isn't this? Or isn't this that? So again, the media, when it comes to wrestling, it's still getting used to of like allowing people in, because then everything is like we talked about earlier. A lot of people just use this to get clips, and a lot of people just use this to try to get a rise out of people. So media and wrestling, it's always going to be the ever-changing fight, just because who's doing this for the right reasons, who is doing this because they actually genuinely respect the craft, and who genuinely is doing this because they are truly fans of the product and who are truly fans of the business and who want to just be able to have bring that approach to it from a respectful side of the business, and not just, oh, let me ask this to get a rise out and get a clip and get the next, oh, this person asked this and then this person went on a tirade or this person went on a whole thing. Because a lot of people are like that. A lot of people want the CM Punk reaction or want the fucking let's have this person go crazy because I asked this question, you know? But yeah, I want to ask about Cat interview. Do you guys think he took it too far, exposing these people jokes were fake? He didn't expose that jokes were fake. He just exposed for some of it that jokes were stolen. And I don't think he took it too far. He had receipts. He exposed what he thought people were doing wrong. And that's a platform to do it. Shannon Sharp allows you to have that platform to be able to have a conversation like that. So Cat decided to let it all out. And he had receipts. He had people that have done these interviews before, because every person he's talked about for the most part has been on Club Shay Shay. And that's why he decided to respond. Because Cedric has done one, Ricky Smiley has done one, Steve Harvey has done one. Yeah, for the most part, everyone he talked about has done one. So, yeah, it all came. Dwayne Wade was on there, but he didn't touch on Dwayne Wade. It would have been funny if just anyone who's ever done Club Shay Shay, Cat Williams, just had some shit for it. Like, yo, you ever did this show? Nah, you get shots thrown at you. Yo, don't even know you. Fuck it, you getting thrown on.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot when I did the water change. I forgot to put the heaters on apparently, which I thought I did.
Yeah.
So the water's at 70 degrees right now, but it's supposed to be at 78.
Oh shit.
So like it stresses out the fish a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But you see them, they're all like, one of them is hiding behind the heater right now. But I just gotta keep an eye on them because I cranked the heater up.
Gotcha.
Because I got two of them in there. I got one that's pre-made, is gonna turn on until the water turns 78, and then I got one I can adjust the temperature. So I cranked that motherfucker up to 90. All right, it's going up, so we good. But yeah, like I was saying, unfortunately, some people need that to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a smoker. They don't stop smoking until they got lung disease. You know, they don't start, you know, they don't stop until they got cancer or until they got a heart attack or some shit like that. You know, people who lose weight, most of the time it's, yo, you got a year, you about to die, you know, shit like that. But other times people put themselves there mentally to change. Like, you can't sit here with money in your pocket and you good with money and go, well, I need to make money. I need to, I need to save money and shit like that. But when you broke and you going week to week to week without money, and you have to like, do I eat today or tomorrow? Or it's like, damn, I can't buy nobody no Christmas presents. I can't do this. That's when you start thinking to yourself, like, I got to start making better decisions about myself. Because in reality, life is gonna make you change in the way of, unless you do something about this, you gonna live the rest of your life like this, and you don't like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, with us losing people, we've been down the dumps, and you don't sit here and go, I'm gonna be sad for the rest. Like you don't make the choice to be sad. You are sad, and you make the choice to stop being sad and start seeing shit on the other side. But that's still a battle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because just because you make the choice, all right, yo, I'm gonna get over this. I'm gonna start seeing things a different way. You never get over it. It doesn't pass. You still have to constantly tell yourself what you tell yourself every day.
And I think that comes with that change, though. It comes with now knowing not how to get over it, but how to cope with it. How to be able to now prevail while still holding this and still having this. But that comes with the change. That comes with now being able to make what's necessary in order to keep going, in order to now live life differently instead of fucking just staying in this dump and staying in this fucking in the funk and staying in this. Why am I here? Why am I at wit's end? Instead of that, but being able to fucking let's keep going.
Yep.
Like let's do this. Let's fucking have a different outlook. Let's not just be like, why is it worth it? No, fucking find a way. Even if fuck it, we have to be the glass half full. That's still a start.
Yeah.
We'll make it one day with a glass fucking full. But at least that change.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking, yo, this glass is always half empty. Nah. At least that change. That's something. The fucking being able to change that outlook.
Yeah. Because yo, listen, man, we live in an era where it's not gonna happen to me. Is the strongest sentence you can say.
And then when it happens.
But it's the dumbest sentence you can say because it happened to you.
Yeah.
And now you realizing it. Because you can always say it's not gonna happen to me. But when it happens, it already done happened when you realized it. You know, like I ain't gonna lose my head. That ain't never gonna happen to me. And you already done got one strand left on the top of your head. Like fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna make it to the. I'm gonna make it to the NBA or the NFL. I'm shit. It ain't gonna happen to me. Like I'm gonna make it no matter what. And then you, the dumb motherfucker, got arrested for selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like it happened to you. Cops ain't going. The cop, like, come on, ain't nobody gonna steal my car. The cops ain't gonna do something and not make a report. It happened to me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. It's when you're at that point of just seeing legit. We think, oh yeah, this is stuff that people just talk about this. This won't happen. This can't actually happen. And then it happens, and you're like, fuck. Now what? Because no one prepares for it. No one prepares for what they think will never happen for it to happen.
Yeah.
But that's when you have to be able to adapt.
Yeah.
Because if you can't adapt, I'm sorry, but life is gonna fucking walk over you.
It's true.
And when it does, you can't fucking just stay there.
You can't, yeah. Like life beats you down if you let it.
No, it'll keep beating you down.
Yeah.
It'll keep beating you down.
That's when you make the choice. And what he was saying, I get it. But that's not the case for everything.
No, definitely not. I like the idea of it though. Just because I feel like a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people don't see. My idea wasn't I remember why I want to talk about it though. Because it's not that it has to be the case every time. But I feel like people don't understand, unfortunately, there are people that have to go through this. And they don't
Yeah.
understand why certain people, unfortunately, then have the mentalities they do.
Yep.
Because there are a lot of people that have gone through a lot. And this is what changes them, and this is what changes their outlook, and this is what changes why they are the way they are. Because like I said, for me personally, I definitely got to that point where to me that wit's end and that fucking dark spot was the reason why I now say life is too short. Why I say enjoy those moments when you can. Do the things when you're able to. Enjoy life when moments are good. Enjoy them at its fullest. Because you never know.
Yeah.
Because you can get to those points where you're fucking, or it just feels like life is fucking beating the shit out of you. And it sounds like I'm crying right now, but I'm not. It's just still stuffed.
No, yeah.
But for dramatic effect, we're saying I'm crying and fucking tearing up right now. I'm telling the show.
Right. Everybody on Spotify, code 6.
Code 6, they got me. But no, to me, that there was points like that. But that's why, for others, that's why I feel like this is something for people to learn. That if you see someone legit, you can tell that's like, yo, my dude is down. Make sure they're good. Ask them how they're doing, but genuinely mean it. Genuinely have that conversation. Like, yo, you good?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, sometimes you don't know what to say, but just showing face sometimes works. But there's other times people don't realize. I text somebody like, well, all right, the person I used to talk to, we haven't spoken in a while. We reconnected for whatever reason, and I see on their Instagram post that they're going through some shit. I don't know what's going on because we haven't spoken in a while. So I see you post and I'm like, all right, something serious happened. Send a heart emoji. Next day I send 2. They replied back saying, yo, listen, I can offer you nothing but friendship and blah, blah, blah. And I said, yo, listen, I'm not doing this because of such and such. I see you going through a hard time. We haven't spoken. So I don't know necessarily what you're going through. So I can't offer you any kind of words of solitude.
No.
But I'm letting you know that I'm here. So this is why I'm done. And you get the, oh, I appreciate that. And then she told me what's going on. And unfortunately, she lost somebody last year and she's going through it and all that other stuff. And I'm like, yo, listen, that's my intention. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't pussyfoot around when it's like, yo, I'm interested. Like, yo, you would have got you want to go meet up sometime? Like, you want to go get something to eat? Like, catch up, whatever the fuck. I don't play that bullshit.
Yeah, no.
Like, I send people shit because I genuinely send people shit. But yeah, like, so sometimes just letting people know that you're there is enough.
And that's for some, that's all they need.
Yeah.
It's just that reassurance that someone is watching and someone does care.
Yeah. Like,
sometimes that's all it could be. That it could be something like that where all that's missing is just someone.
Yep.
Just so they know someone genuinely cares and someone actually is watching. Because if not, they could feel like, again, people could be there. But sometimes you just feel like, yo, no one gives a shit right now.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit. I decided to just fucking.
Yeah, and I've had those moments. Yeah. You ever see the generic movie scene where somebody goes through something tragic and they're sitting on the curb and the one person just sits next to him and that person is going through it, he's crying, they're crying or whatever, and the other person is just sitting there next to him. And out of nowhere, that person leans their head on the other person, and it's one of those, it's like, bro, do what you need to do. I'm here. That's it. No judgment. Go through what you need to go through. I'm here. You're not alone. That's the most powerful shit you can do.
Legit. And that, in a moment like that, it's something where even a little text can do that. Just being like, hey, checking in on you. I'm here.
Yeah.
And then again, we're saying this. Sometimes you're going to get the, I don't want to talk right now. And that's okay too. But just offering that olive branch is enough. Yeah. That is something where they at least know. Right now might not be the time to talk because for some people, opening up quick isn't the thing. But trust me, even in that moment where they saying they don't want to talk, it means more that you at least reached out than not reaching out at all.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
yeah, but all right, we took a turn. No, but that need to be said though. Fuck that.
No,
'Cause
definitely.
It
And
was, there was a
yeah.
there was a time where, like I said, I would be in groups of people and just felt alone. You know, because it's
Yeah.
like because one, you don't give yourself enough time to grieve, because when you start immediately trying to replace what you have with or distraction or some shit, your body just goes numb and you don't get time to grieve. You got to grieve. You
Yeah.
have to grieve in those situations. You can't just go from one day to the next going, well, now I'm going to go to the strip club every day just to take my mind off of the shit. You're going to be getting a lap dance wondering what the fuck happened and how you could have changed shit. And now you're in the middle of a strip club inappropriately fucking crying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go through it. But
You know what's sad? And that's something where, again, as much as we joked about that right there, that's something people don't go through either. That they'll fucking push the grieve out, and that's it. They never
Yeah.
went through it.
yeah,
And that's something. Even as much as that clip talks about just going through a bunch of shit, that letting that fester is also horrible.
yeah,
So that's also something. If anyone that is listening to this or listens to this after the fact, it's okay to let go of that. It's okay to fucking have that good cry and fucking
Yeah.
just actually relive that.
you know,
That's unfortunately the part I feel like most people are scared of.
yeah,
Is when
And-
they go through that, is having to relive it.
yeah. That's true. And then, sometimes having a good cry or a good laugh helps too, because that whole situation I told you with the car. The next day, I tell my brother, I'm like, yo, it's crazy where people like, yo, you handling this shit well. And I told him, I said, I'm not handling shit. I'm numb. I am not mad. I'm not sad. I'm not angry. I'm just like, fuck, I gotta wait for the cops. You know what my brother told me? That's dangerous. He's like, you better fucking get mad about something because you gonna blow up on the wrong shit. Like,
No, and that's
you,
true though. That is fucking true.
because I have an anger. Like, I have anger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you saw it on Tuesday. Like, I have
And on that
fucking
note,
attitude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
I saw that shit genuine, and I was like, "Yo, you good?" Because I was just like, I was about to fucking text Gigi and Kenny on the side, "Hey, help," because yeah, but no, but that's what I'm saying. Allowing that to fester, because even that, when you get to that point of being numb, and I'm being hypocritical because this is why I say some people don't let that go ever. Because I'm like that. I this is also why I'm still in therapy, but it is what it is.
It takes time, man.
It does, but it's also, you also have to allow yourself to finally feel like it's okay.
And you don't want to feel like it's okay.
Yeah, and I feel like for some, because I definitely am like that. That it's like, you know what, we could still push it back.
Because not for nothing. And I know this might not be the right thing to say, but it's not okay. Like, I know like you want to feel like it's okay, but deep down inside, we know it's not okay that they're gone.
Yeah.
We got to make it okay. That's the thing. People don't tell you, like, it's going to be okay. Yeah, but you got to make it okay, because when you don't make it okay, it's not okay no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, and that's when those moments when you finally start to be like, you know what? It's not okay, but I now get how I have to look at this.
Yeah.
Because like during the holidays, this is something that I had to talk to my therapist about. Because every year it happens to me. Like I'm in the middle of middle of enjoying shit, everything like that.
Yeah.
And I start to get that thought of like, damn, man, like my dad would have enjoyed this, seeing the family like this, having a drink like this, and all of that. But then it's like, you know what? I almost have to like snap back into it. Like, no, he wouldn't want me to fucking be depressed at this point right now. Let me get back into it. Let me do what he would do, like enjoying the party, getting into it, like having the laughs and all that. But it's those moments like that it's like you have to start seeing, like, not letting go of it, but like being able to now repurpose the emotion.
Yeah.
And that's something I feel like a lot of people, it's still difficult for a lot of people. A lot of people
Yeah.
still are gonna have that and have that moment of fucking just like being able to fully grieve in a sense.
No, it's true. 'Cause my grandmother passed New Year's Eve. And I saw her pass, like right in front of my face. And I spent New Year's in a $8 motel in Puerto Rico with my pops. And my body goes into co-pilot, autopilot around the holidays.
Yeah.
But this New Year's, I'm over at my aunt's house, and it's the baby's first New Year's.
Oh.
You know, so I'm looking at her, and I'm seeing all this smile on her face, and all that gone, because I'm experiencing her, right?
Yeah.
And I have the moments where it's like, yo, my uncle would have loved this baby because that would have been his granddaughter.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure everybody knows it. The whole family goes through the same thing. But then it's like, well, it's my opportunity to step up now. Because I got to be Uncle Peter to this girl because she don't got one. Like, she's not going to have Grandpa Peter to know this man. But I know this man, and he raised me. So I'm going to do my best to give her that experience. You know what I'm saying? And you did your best to give the experience to your family and what your father would have done. You know, it's not a bad thing to always have them in mind during the holidays, and you know, like when I protect people, when I sit here and get mad at people for like when somebody says shit to my people and I get mad, that's my mother coming out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's how I remember them now. I'm gonna take the best parts I know from them and I'm gonna be that because that's who I aspire to be anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you taking that like, yo, this is the best part of my father around the holidays. So I'm gonna be that for y'all. So that way there's always a part of him around the holidays. You know what I'm saying? You're taking up the mantle.
No.
And there's always gonna be in the back of in your mind, like, I wish he was here to do this.
Yeah.
You know, because he would have loved this, but he's there. And you're the one that's embodied him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, like having that almost that switch of like we can't have that feeling of like fuck, he's not here.
Yeah.
But having like there's still something that is they're there just in a different way now.
Yeah.
Instead of
But,
they're not there.
I mean, you can. You know, that's one of the difficult things about grief.
Yeah.
It's like people think you gotta hide those emotions because it's not right. Like if I would have turned around and be sad, like damn, he's not here to see this.
Yeah.
Part of me is like I can't show that now because it's not right because of whatever, everybody's having fun and all that. But the thing is like it's true. But when you have those emotions and you go through it, you're able to console yourself if someone else ain't console you. Like if you do it privately, you can sit there and be like, damn, he's not here to see this and all that other stuff. He would have loved this, and this. But then you go, but I've done it. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom would have loved this movie, but there's times I'm sitting here and I'll look at the empty seat next to me and I'm thinking my mom's sitting next to me watching this movie with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we every Saturday we go watch a fucking movie. You know, my uncle, my cousin takes the baby and he's picking her up and he's swinging around and all this other stuff, and I'm sitting there and goes like that's how my uncle was with the other babies. Like, see, my uncle's here. He raised all of us. There's parts of him and parts of my mom and parts of the grandma and the grandfathers that's engraved in us that this baby's getting. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that they're not physically here, but they're here. What's going on, Jimmy Jam? You know what I'm saying? Popped in listening in the background for you both, sending respect and in love to you both. It's not about getting over it. It's about getting the skills to peacefully live with it. God bless you both. Bless you too, Jimmy. Appreciate
Thank you, Jimmy J. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Because, yo, listen, the harsh reality of it is it happened and nobody's stopping for it.
Yeah.
You can stop living your life for it, and the only thing you're going to do is make them disappointed.
But no, that's the I don't know how to say it. I want to say it's the best way to look at it, but also like it's the harsh but real way to look at it.
Yeah,
Because it's one of those
yeah,
where
a realistic, like the
yeah, it's
real.
the most realistic
Yeah,
way to look at it. Because end of the day, unfortunately, their lives ended. Well, their life with us ended.
yeah,
Last thing they want is for our lives to stop.
yeah,
Because there's still so much to do, so much we can do, that it's like, hey, again, the best way we can look at it is just because they're not here seeing it doesn't mean they're not seeing it.
yep,
So they're getting to see what we're doing. They're getting to see the choices we're making. They're getting to see
yeah.
what we're doing with ourselves.
And
So we
listen,
just have to keep it.
yeah, and
moving.
listen, my pops told me, he goes, God don't give you nothing you can't handle. And I sat down and I said, well, listen, I don't know how much this motherfucker think I can handle, because I lost my mother, my uncle, my grandfather, my grandmother, my cat, my dog, like all within fucking 6-7 years of each other. I'm like, yo, like, like how much more shit this nigga want me to handle? And then all this shit's happening. And it's like, well, when you sit in that negativity, you see negativity. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at, because when you're depressed and when you ask the why me, you're looking for more evidence to make your life seem like shit. So that way it could justify your grievances.
Yeah, you want a reason instead of just
It's like
finding a solution.
yeah, like I'm sitting here blaming you for something, and if I stub my toe, see, motherfucker, that was you. But you didn't realize you stubbed your toe on the fucking $3,000 dinner table you just bought.
No.
Some shit like that. So that's when you start, like, I think of shit as a coin. You can either look at it either side of the coin. One side's bad, the other side's good. And it's like, yeah, all that stuff happened, right? And that's in the past. But right now, we on the other side of that coin. We have to think of shit's good. We can't sit here and go, oh, we're not growing as fast as other people. No. We got a better show than other people. We are the genuine, like, we better, like, right now, we in a group of people that genuinely give a shit about us without any fucking thought or reciprocation that needs to be dealt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going through some shit, y'all niggas reach out and you don't go, well, I'm the one that fucking drove you over here. You better blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? There's no malice to it. It's like straight up, like, yo, you need me, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you need to find when you start why me shit. You start looking at people and you go for anybody that's willing to take advantage of you.
No.
And that's what I went down
No,
that
and
road where you've been taken advantage of and all that other shit.
Yeah, and it's horrible because it's like it's one of those where then it's like it's why they say like you have to try to heal, because if not, you're gonna hurt others that have done nothing.
Yeah.
It's quick to. It's easier to be like, yo,
Yeah.
that's it. I'm bringing you down with me instead of trying to now grow with others.
All right, I'm gonna ask you two questions. The first question I'm gonna ask you, I want to when you go through what you go through, do you wind up building walls, or do you wind up opening up your heart?
What I do now or what I used to do?
Both.
What I used to do was definitely build up walls. I would isolate myself quick.
Like, when you build them walls up, you put yourself in a solitude.
Yeah. Because I was quick to do that. Because again, I didn't want to. Because at the same token, I didn't want to accidentally hurt someone. I didn't want to bring people down. I didn't want to. If you know what I'm dealing with, you're now going to either feel sympathy, and then it's going to bring your mood down or whatever. Last thing I wanted to do was make that for other people. So I would isolate myself. Now I am a little more open, but at the same token, I'm still, how do I put it? I'm more open with it, but I'm not as like in that tone anymore. Now, like I said, Now I'm enjoying the moments, and now I'm
Yeah.
doing it this way. So it's like even when I'm going through that, I'm now more of like in a different manner of how I'm speaking about it.
Yeah. Because even with life, like
No.
when I was going through it, I built walls by trying to prove I was a good person to the wrong people. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, it definitely
It's like
does. Because
like it,
you wanted almost validation from others at that point.
yeah, it was one of those things. It's like I didn't deserve this. Like, look, I'm like I've always been the type of person that was kept to myself. I didn't, I was young. We don't buy Christmas presents. We don't know how to take care of people. We didn't know none of this shit. Then it's like, look, I'm an adult now, so now I can do this. I can do that. I can show somebody I give a shit about because I don't have this person. Now I got to do it to you, and it's like I said, when you throw yourself out there, it's always the first person that responds is those people that take advantage of it.
Because that then
And
it's you could see it. It's like, oh,
yeah,
okay, this person's going through it, so fuck it,
yeah,
let's go
and
through it.
it that in case brought walls because I was so concerned with showing X that every other letter in the alphabet was in this box. And that's why I tell y'all, it's like, y'all don't understand. Like, I used to tell people the person I was 10 years ago was a completely different person. And y'all seeing the glimpses of that motherfucker from 10 years ago that just says crazy shit and does stupid shit, like having fun now in the fucking live shows. Before, I would have just sat there and like, oh, that was cool. Nothing. I wouldn't have worried about screaming or having fun and all that shit. I'd have been like, oh no, yeah, it was fun. I would have been quiet.
Yeah.
Now I'm able because it's just one of those, like, I opened myself up
You're getting
to
comfortable.
I opened myself up to accepting things now. Because
Yeah.
before it was I got hurt by this one, I got hurt by that one, and then I went through torture. Because I'm not gonna lie, I looked for shit to hurt me because I felt like I needed it because I was still going through pain through my
Because
mom.
you were numb. Remember that. Like you said,
Yeah,
you even said it. You were numb, and I can agree completely because this is why I told you, and I've said this a few times to you guys. Why I said it took me so long to finally trust
yeah,
because I'm going through this. I'm going through my own period, and I start to trust. And I start to trust something that I thought, okay, cool. This was my scapegoat. This is something I think I know.
yeah,
And then, oh, so you're full of shit, and you're full of shit, and this is starting to cause me more pain than what it was saving me. So
yeah,
now fuck everything and I have to be numb again.
yeah,
So it's like it creates that almost like this made me feel something, but it's not what I wanted it to feel. So you have to be a certain way because now you're like, ugh. I don't want to feel like this, but this hurts. So now what?
yeah,
So now finally finding those that make you feel comfortable and finding something that it's like, okay, now I can be me again. Instead of I have to keep this in because I'd rather be numb than feel pain and
yeah.
feel fucking like, oh, I can't tell you this because this is going to come back to bite me later. That type of shit.
And and shit like that helps you build on the foundation now because you have to rebuild yourself.
Yeah.
Because you lose somebody, you lose a piece of yourself. So you have to recreate yourself out of the ashes. And you have to stand on this foundation now. When the foundation finally gets strong, no one can tell you nothing. That's why there's a lot of people. I sit here and I talk to people and I say shit. And if shit ever got out, I got that foundation. Like, yeah, I said it. You ain't shaking it. Before there was a rocky foundation. Like you don't know where to stand, you don't know where this, you don't know, like I said it, but no, I didn't mean that. No, yeah, I meant it now.
Yeah, now it's there. It's like, ah,
Yeah.
go
And
sit.
and
You
and
got me,
and
but
yeah, and that's why like you know, Applebee's. I show to my cousins like, how is she not responding to you after everything you said? I said, nah, it's okay. Cause I know what I'm saying is real. And I
Yeah.
can't be on that side of the fence. So I'm not gonna fucking be her part of the equation and shit. But I know that when I say something, it gets responded to quickly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure it's one of those things. I say this, and this. They, you see the preview on your phone
Yeah.
before you don't have to
Yeah.
open up the message. You see the preview. Reason feel a certain type of way, don't respond because you don't need to respond to most messages.
Yeah.
But then the ones where, like a couple weeks ago, I gave y'all that whole shit. That one, instant. Last person I sent it to, first person to respond. Now, how am I gonna sit here and go, "Oh, you don't respond to my text"? You respond to the important ones, or the ones you feel that are important. You know what I'm saying? So that's you got to see the past your nose. You got to see the whole forest.
Yeah.
Can't see the trees in front of you. I almost forgot this shit was heating up. All right,
Yeah,
it
go a
went up
little
2
closer.
degrees. It's at 72 now, but it's all right though. It should be all right. But yeah. So that's the thing. Like everyone has their own process. Everyone's willing to do what they need to do to get to where they're going. But it's a struggle
Yeah.
because if all you need, like if your entire life right now was just getting over the grief of your father and all that other stuff. What's going on, Krills? I sent you the link if you want to join.
Eh, it's
Happy
also
Friday,
Saturday,
even
though.
though it's Saturday. Happy Friday. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if all you had to do was figure out a way to get past and move on and accept and all this other shit, you'll be alright. But
Yeah.
life has a tricky way of having other shit happen.
And that's the crazy thing, because I had already gone through death. I'd gone through death of my grandfather, both of my grandfathers, one of my uncles, all that, and then my dad's was definitely just that was the one that is just like it's like we talked about earlier. Oh, it could never happen.
Yeah.
Won't happen to me. And then it happens, and life is funny because it happens at the most inopportune times. Because
Mhm.
it's like, yo, I'm about to go into senior year. Everything is going. A few weeks after my birthday. And just like that. And it's like I said, there's moments that we're good. There's moments it hits. But it's just being able to, again, find that way of not living past it, but living with it in a
Yeah.
better outlook. So,
Yeah. Nah, hey, and the second question I want to ask you:
yeah.
do you speak to your father?
I try to almost every day.
All right, because I was gonna say sometimes that helps.
No, I definitely try to at least every day. Sometimes I forget, and it's not because I choose to. It's just we get busy.
No,
But
yeah,
I definitely try to, and um sometimes I feel like I know what he would respond. And those are those good moments that it's like I think I know what I'm doing.
yeah,
Then there's ones that it's like you get that fuck. I wish he would fucking. I wish
yeah,
he would respond right now.
yeah.
And I
I hear
still
you.
look at my phone like fuck. I want that call right now.
Yeah,
Of just like
shit.
just to hear what he would say.
Yeah. I go through that all the time, bro.
Shit.
I went through that shit before New Year's. Like everybody has their resolutions and everything. I don't think about shit like that, but I do. I look up and I look at them and everybody that's up there. And I go, I don't know what to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is my goal, and I have no idea how to get to it. I don't know what to do. And that's why I always say, like, no matter what, this shit gonna happen. If I gotta roll in shit for this shit to happen and become lucky, and then that's what's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
god damn it, one day this is gonna happen. And then when you just say, it's like, yo, We're gonna make it bigger. We got to do this. Your brain starts going because your brain is something that's automatically trying to solve the equation.
Yep.
So when you put that problem, it's like, yo, what do we try this? What do we try that? What do we try this? What do we try? You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this shit before we sign off. Even though if you want to stay on a little longer, we can. What's up, Pootie? There's assholes in the world
Of course.
that think they go through something. Or they go through one thing, and all of a sudden they're these fucking motivational speakers, or they're these people that's like, oh, I don't feel sorry for nobody, whatever. And they'll tell you like, oh, the world don't give a shit about your problems. Like, oh, the world don't stop spending if you lose this, if you lose that, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You got to suck it up and keep going. The thing is, fuck the world. Because in actuality, yeah, the world don't care about your problems, but we don't give a fuck about the world's problems either. We're not sitting here being world ambassadors. The world ain't part of my fucking family, so it could kiss my ass.
Facts.
So in reality, you gotta, those people that say that shit, then get your head out your ass, because it's important to you, because you can't just say, well, shit happens, keep moving, because that's not how the way life works. That's not how the way the human process works. There's 7 stages of fucking grief that you gotta go through. The shit ain't just made up. They don't sit here and give you a fucking test and you check all the boxes. That's what happens when you truly love someone and you lose them. Your body goes through all these stages scientifically, right? And you have to sit here and you have to go through it, and it's important to you. It's sometimes the most important fucking thing you can do. It goes to you. The same way where, like, if you were to get pregnant, like, well, life don't give a fuck. You gotta keep going. No. Fuck life. Life ain't get you pregnant. You gotta give a fuck.
Bro.
And you gotta keep going. That's the problem. It's not as easy as that. It's easy to say shit like that. Why? Because you're weak. When someone says that shit to me, I think they weak. Because you ain't strong enough to face what the fuck's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if during World War II, America was like, well, France got most of the country, fuck it, we're going to keep living, we would have been talking French right now, whatever the fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Hitler would have been
right.
killed all the... Like, something, you got to go through what the fuck you going through. Like, right now, people are like, oh, no one gives a shit that you wake up at 3 o'clock. You give a shit, and that's the most important person that needs to give a shit. I don't give a shit what anybody else gives a shit about.
And I think, unfortunately, this is where I always say it, where everything we say, you don't have to fucking take to 100.
Yeah.
No one is listening to this. Again, I'm talking from my experiences. Toa's talking from his. You don't have to fucking take it with a fucking 100% certainty.
Yeah.
Because again, we're not stating fucking. We're not solving the world's problems. We're talking about our problems, and it might relate. It might help. But when you start taking everything you hear on the internet as gospel and as gold,
Yeah.
this is where it creates these mentalities of, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am fucked up.
Yeah.
This person make it seem like, oh, I just have to say fuck it. Like, no.
Yeah.
It is okay to feel the way you do. It is okay to deal with it slower than others. This isn't a fucking race.
No.
Deal with it how you have to. Like I said, it's fucking, for me, it's been 8 years since my dad passed. It's been 16, 17 years since my grandfather passed. It's been 5 since my grandmother passed. It's been 4 since I had to see someone I considered a close friend pass. And all different timelines, every single one of those hurt like hell. And it is okay, because that grief, there is no timeline for it. No matter the years, no matter what, you're going through it. and no one could judge you for how fast, how slow. Just make sure you're good. No one could fucking judge you for that. And if
Yeah.
they do, fuck them.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're not the one living your life. They're not the one that is having to do what you have to do. We're just recommending, hey, make sure you're good. Make sure that you do go through it. Because it does. I will say this, and again, take it with a grain of salt. Not going through it and not allowing yourself to go through it hurts in the long run more than it doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's me speaking when I still, to this day, haven't fully allowed myself to go through it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, bro, there's the thing about a discussion like this and social media and everybody talking and doing all these things. Everybody, they trying to go viral.
yeah,
That's why they say the dumbest shit that you could say, and then people fucking believe it because they got no one else to listen to them. Yeah, the problem is I don't have the lobster in my tank. That's true, but the thing is, Booty, I don't want no fucking if lobsters were orange, I'd have had one in there. I don't want no red shit in my tank. Nah, fuck with you. But yeah, but people say the stupidest shit online, and they put the stupidest shit online to get clicks and views and all that. And it's like, oh, I'm genuinely trying to help you and get your ass up and put to work, run 54 miles a day. I put myself in the pain and blah blah blah. Okay, I just want to let you know, the body is a magnificent thing. It adjusts to what you do to it. So if you run down the block on the first day you tired, by the second week you running 2 blocks. By the month you running a mile. When you start running 20 miles a day, your body's used to it. It's no longer torture. It's the process that gets you there. Now, what we're doing is giving you the discussion of the process. And we're opening up the gateway of the emotion in which this process was. Because just like that running, I ran down the block the first time I was tired. Somebody run down the block, they tired too. They're like, oh shit, yeah, I was tired too. After the second week, I started running down the block. I got a little faster. Yo, you know, you right. When I got to 2 miles, I was like, yo, I'm feeling better. I'm looking better. I'm doing this. And you get the process, and people are like, you know what? Yeah, you know, it's a little inspiring. But when we're talking about our loss and we're talking about all this emotion, people do it, and it opens up a discussion. It's like, yeah, there's 2 grown men here telling you how they feel about what they're going through. It gives you it lets you see it's okay for you to go through what you're going through. It's okay for you to say what you're saying, what you want to say about what you're going through. And it's also okay that if you're not going through what you're going through, even though you lost also, you're not going through what we're going through. It's okay that you didn't experience what we experienced. Everyone does shit different.
Yep.
This is a discussion. This is a discussion opener. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own shit. Like if someone was here and they were going through something and it just hit them and they don't have enough courage to come out and say that they're hurting because they lost, and they hear us, they'll have a little bit more confidence to accept the fact that they're hurting. They don't need to say it, but they'll accept the fact. They're like, you know what? I'm hurting too. It always takes that one person. You ain't gonna run a mile in 7 minutes until that one person runs a mile 7 minutes. Not everybody running a mile 7 minutes. You're just letting them know it's okay. And like he said, there's no time frame for it. Took me 10 years to finally start the process after my mom passed. I can't even tell you how long my uncle, my grandfather, my grandmother passed. Because I'm at the point where I don't even want to know anymore.
no,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I started trying to put the math because I was like,
yeah,
this
no.
long. And it's something where, like I said, no matter what, it's, and the crazy thing is, now that I'm thinking about it, I even, not that I forgot, but it's just like, unfortunately, there's been that many people that left people out. There's been aunts, there's been uncles, and it's like you go through this. So like I said, there is no timeline. there is no one can judge you. No one can push you to be like, no, you have to do this now. Trust me. It's you do what you have to. And again, if any of this made you feel like, hey, I'm now wanting to open up a little more, I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah.
Or if this made you feel like you're in a better place now, I'm glad. If we did anything today,
Yeah.
I'm glad it's that.
Shit.
And yeah.
Yeah, and yo, one last thing. It says
Yep.
like that, like my great grandmother, 100-something years old, she passed away. I would go up to her house every day, every night before she woke up. I mean, before she went to sleep, pick her up out of her wheelchair and put her to bed. And people were like, oh, that's so sad or whatever. You know, you see her getting old, but she still had the brightest light, and she always was like, oh, you know, she was when there was a kid there or whatever. She was like, so full of energy, so full of love, so full of life and all that other shit. She wanted to let you know that she loved you, even though she don't know who the fuck you are. She'll tell you, I love you with all my heart, blah, blah, blah. Who is it? Like, cause she forgot. Like, she forgot where the great grandkids are. And they were like, oh, that's B Thing's son. Oh my God. And she'll go right back to telling you how much she loves you. And I remember that because that's a quality I want to have in myself, to be able to spread that kind of love. Like, so the qualities you remember in these people the most is what they pass down to you to better yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And it's
saying?
those
Like,
little things that will always keep with us.
yeah,
It's stuff like that. It's those little. That's what. It's what lets us almost have that better
yeah,
mentality when it comes to this. When it comes to
yeah.
that grief. When it comes to just pushing forward. And that's the
Because
best thing.
because if you think of life as your life as a jigsaw puzzle,
No.
when you lose someone, that piece of them that was in your life is gone. But the memories that you go from them and the qualities of life that they taught you that you expand on, it brings that piece back to you.
Yeah.
And now they're literally part of your life. That's the part that they put into your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is there now. The whole thing with your pops for Christmas, that little jigsaw piece that you put right there. This is what my pops would do. This is what I'm gonna do. This is the quality of the person that you want to be. This is one of your qualities now that you absorbed from him.
No.
He is now he is now a part of you. He's more a part of you now than when he was alive. You know what I'm saying? If that
No,
makes
definitely.
sense to you.
No, it definitely does, and I like that because it shows again how we we don't. It's like I said earlier. It's not living without them. It's now living with them. Just it's a different way.
Yeah.
It's a different way. I like
Yeah.
that.
Because one of the things that helped me heal a lot was telling stories about my mother. Like, Show feels like he knows my mom because I told stories every time somebody was like, "Oh, my mom would have did this, this, and this." Being able to open up and telling stories, like I tell stories about
It
my
helps
uncle and all
connect.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps. And then, like I said, you get those pieces and you become the person you want because, like, we're raised by these people and they
Yeah.
shape us to be the person we are. And those qualities are going to be attached to us. And now you've been handed the baton in this relay race,
Yeah.
and you got
Now it's
that
your
piece of
turn.
baton, and now it's your turn to be you because you're gonna be the piece in someone else's life that molds them, but you was molded by him. You know what I'm saying? So it's going on in there. So he made you the person you are, so you can help further the future. You know what I'm saying? Like just the same way with my baby cousin. He helped raise all of us, and we gonna raise this baby as best as we can because of the people that molded us. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No,
And then she's gonna
that's
be
the thing.
molded. Yeah,
And that's the thing because now you're leaving something where, hey, now it's gonna be. This is what Uncle Toe Tags was. This is how he was.
yeah.
He had that crazy podcast though, but he was. But those are the moments, man. Those are the
Yeah.
things where one day, hey, it's a sad way to look at it, but one day
Yeah.
someone's gonna be talking about us like this, and it's like, hey, this is what we were able to do.
Yeah, because think about this: you did what you do every year. You do what you're doing because of your father. He shaped you into that. And then 1 year down the line, your little cousins or your family gets old enough. Now they start doing it. It's like, oh, because Uncle Ray over here, he's the reason why I do this because this blah blah. And you sit back and you're like, see, pops, you raised them right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because he's
And
always gonna
that's
be
the-
there. He put that hand in there. They may not know, but you know. It's a comfort to have.
Yeah, and
But
that's the biggest thing. It's definitely. I think that's where again. I think that's another part of the grieving of it all. It's having that comfort afterward. Like, you know what? It's all shaping up. It's all lining up how it should have been.
yeah,
So
fucking
it's
Pootie.
it's not boiling. If it did, those fish would be dead.
Yeah,
But
it's the filter bubbles.
on that note,
Yeah, right. No, but yeah, let's go before this shit turns into some other shit. But yeah, man, yo. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, matter of fact, hold on, wait before we go.
yeah.
Let me see something real quick because we gonna get this from Ray.
All right.
I need 2 tips of the day from you, Ray.
2 tips of the day. I got
Yeah.
none right now. We were in a good fucking we got this whole fucking discussion here. I got no tips to fucking share right now.
Ray said, "Fuck you."
Nah, if I got any tips to share right now, especially when it comes to this new year, don't forget who you are. And fuck it. Don't forget who you are. And live today just in case tomorrow doesn't come. There you go.
All right.
And there you go. Pootie says,
There you go.
fucking
And that's gonna
Tony
be
the
on
lobster.
and that's gonna be on the Friday edition of the tips of the day.
There you go.
I don't need no lobster, Pootie. I'm gonna put a fucking whale in there. A
Also,
whale and a
Tony likes
dolphin.
lobsters. He likes steak. We're gonna get
Word.
steak.
Word.
Yeah, join us
don't-
eventually, Pootie, for some steak. But
For real, Pootie. Stop fucking around.
facts.
But Pootie got that good hair. He don't want to fuck with us.
Damn. I got good hair too. Shit. We good.
Yeah, you do. But Pootie don't see that.
Damn Pootie. But all right. On that note,
Word. Hold on. Pootie's at 24,000 subscribers. God damn, Pootie. Why you being
Damn.
lazy? Why you being lazy, Pootie?
come on, Pootie.
25 is where it's at.
You gotta get to 30K by now. It's a new year.
Word.
We need
And-
that 30K special.
Word. And send 15,000 towards the respect of the craft and the Knucklehead Network.
Facts.
We like the
Yeah.
hippity hop too.
Yo, facts.
And on
it.
that note, ladies and gentlemen, is your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.
Peace.